forests and other places so that they can mine under the supervision of those companies. And that's where our colleagues were going when the helicopter crashed. And so it's a program that we're going to continue so that we can give them an alternative, not just go chase them around without finding something else. Galamsey was not a problem.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
We are marching for freedom to speak, freedom to walk on the Lima streets without fear and panic.
What again is speak baby on our bed.
What's it?
It is a no Okasa and our Okasa. And the freedom to speak baby on our bed.
Say freedom of speech, you know. And yeah, we say a car bounty, one Shakrana police fire inviting me. So come and explain what you said. This is wrong. This is not a healthy society. I don't believe in insults. I believe in criticism. I believe Asema SSAEK. I don't believe in insults. Watch him say. But Nipa Kasa, Namudi Abanka wa Beshenisi. Namudi na go to car armed robbers. Yadi Omutu. Namudi send Nipa na go to car. What do you want to show? And I mean, no person watch them.
Na anyasam ketwa enu kan samwa wo ka se enu nti e wo se o mutaki action na
na kure o se mi gina hodom no obi ahumi no hu sofa joka no mu ja mi ni sofa joka me ngindi se betima me bono ba ko betima gina fo me to
sofa joka
ba ku ontimi gina ni nai so me da mi ka cha obi anim sa but aden ye ba akotia no yemfa ntakwa dwini emba ho yemba ho no yemfa ntakwa aseme mba ho oba minkwa na migina ben man na mo nkwa ade tira zoko ho na mo nkwa but ya mi chu Ghana dwini awa ha se unim chama zoka no what threatened the whole minority leader, say Anka, Oba no minority leader, Obeku. And then Azoka on them free. But Aburinya dear Kasaya dear, Omudi Black Maria, Eba Befan. What you say, Omudi Black Maria Befan. Yapasa IGP one peer bonti, no pa chow, because when him trono, Omudi Trossa or Macha Azoka, and Yana Pre. IGP or Munchi Azoka da. Me see sad fake news no mudi to say o ma cha azoka no anya na kure ye pese IGP one pie on be pagana for chaw because the day o mu see o ma cha azoka no
evidence that says o mu see
me kasa me the day o see o ma cha azoka no that day no me ye fear na azoka fear enwa azoka fear I will say azoka fear I will say azoka kind of for or say or no IGP to be friend. So on me friend South policies see I didn't case in word honor. Or see oh menya botre on Monday Azokabeba Monday should on by so police for the omudi to omupe said o ma cha azoka omudi nu be court no IGP wo so mitimichi aburinya de no omuja azoka what threatening minority leader life what threatening Miami Kasami life there na dia abai na worry so mi ka cho say IGP adi trouble ka cha Ghana for ya pese IGP won pia bonti no pa chaw because when him trono omudi trose o ma cha azoka enya na kure
IGP wa
omunchi azoka da me see sad fake news no omudi to say o ma cha azoka no enya na kure ya pese IGP won pie on be pagana for chaw because the day omusi o ma cha azoka no
evidence that says o munchi
me kasa me the day o si o ma cha azoka no that day me nua wodi machi memba no ko azoka fie azoka no ya fie na azoka fie enwa oko azoka fie ahuru se azoka na ti ho no abeya wo mama say police force say azoka bebie court on the 16th okay almost 16th azoka be dan obeba court 16th no mi court no azoka mba court da ama azoka kasa kase ono IGP was say want to be friend say one bra court azoka su appear court
no azoka ka kire wa
azoka ka kire kana fo o say ono IGP to be friend so on me friend some policies see I didn't case in what the honor or see oh menya botre on Monday azoka beba Monday su on buy so police for the omudi to omupage said o ma cha azoka omudi ni be court no IGP wo so mitimichi aburunya de no omuja azoka what threatening minority leader life what threatening me I mean kasami life there na dia abai na worry so Mikacho said that we demand apology from the IGP. He should come out and tell us the reason why he put out fake news that Azoka has been arrested and arraigned to court, which is lie. That we demand apology from the IGP. He should come out and tell us the reason why he put out fake news that Azoka has been arrested and arraigned to court, which is lie.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Na ensuo mako 40 no. Emu 25 asai. Ama akemu 15 epe. Akemu 16 pe. Wadawo ma ebusuafo eno ama ehu se ndisi aban enhye dan ni anamoto pia ometumetu afa ye galamsey ho, especially between 2010 and 2016 now. And I'm additionally, Omampeni na nado danko ekufado ebaye no. Ode ntutuye anase ode nyama guako mu ti ade bako galamsey. Yakoko pem 2024 no. Na yensuo 25 na ase no. Omampeni ekufado ateso e de aba 10. Ema ensuo na emu 15 pe e na ya papa no. Omampeni ekufado anamuntu ana MPP aba na muntu etuye no 15 no emu apegya ekọ 29 ye ke nyina ne se NDC for record omo 8.9 efa galamsey eni yensuo ho ban bo ho no bisi aban efi aban mu no na ensuo mako 40 no emu 25 asai ama akemu 15 epe akemu 16 pe. Wadawo ma ebusuafo eno ama ehu se ndisi aban enhye dan ni anamoto pia ometumetu afa ye galamsey ho, especially ohwe do moye between 2010 and 2016 now. And amadusinti Omampeni na nado danko ekufado ebaye no ode ntutuye anase ode nyama guako mu ti ade bako galamsey. Yakoko pem 2024 no na yensuo 25 na ase no Omampeni ekufado ateso e de aba 10. Ema ensuo na emu 15 pe e na ya papa no Omampeni ekufado ana muntu ana MPP aba na muntu etuye no 15 no emu apegya ekọ 29. Ye ke nyina ne se NDC for record omo efa galamsey eni yensuo ho ban bo ho.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
EpaHoaDaben.
Say it again.
EpaHoaDaben. Now together, EpaHoaDaben.
Awesome.
EpaHoaDaben.
Baby, when you say first na ye binumu ye shut down pe politics. Ye say politics for no manyo made ntomunye. But na mumu binumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye beboa ma of mine now pursue. Now, about 1 o'clock, per now, I a lawyer, mine, now, lawyer for you now, for a coffee for that. Yamishra.
EpaHoaDaben.
Me follow football be brave, but interview a wo ye no interview the super interview a wo ye no ene dia wo keka no na che say Ghana still cry no to add in the future pay me analysis
na me say we interview na me pese me busa o say wan kasa na adwen na kuta no I don't know me pese be hu adwen be free by
oba de na de ma mi o
because question na to ma no de fa na no shi pa cha say ko be dia so no we chasing no we free no we chasing asa na question no ntimi ntwa sama so papa nti mebo abaso nyamishira
Sheikh Medase nyamishira nyina
EpaHoaDaben.
why yam de papa u boaduma pa nyamishira
amen
nyawa hu be ye hu de ye hu wa boy pa wa boy
mame mo abaso me empire ne say be fi happy FM na or ko BBC
amen
because we to me put 2 questions. I mean, say yes, in Sancho Juma, and yet the Asimbia, the Huaka, who you move to answer. Where the chair say, Bibi, a dinner, young farmer, Yankopon Shop, I bought a basso. Yeah, we yeah, monitor, Yankopon so. You said the original, be you and Mamma Yankopon, my part to any mamma.
So motive be
EpaHoaDaben.
Maybe I think say I also share in the same comment. I think say you need in fact your experience and then your relevance in the media space and objectivity there. Some of us know say professional. Ethics of the profession is the most important thing. And almost all the ethics of all the profession, in fact, because you're professional, BB, you see 1 or 2, 3 ethics, you see, say, running a cut across, ABA objectivity. ABA, you must be very professional.
Exactly.
ABA, your integrity. Occolors are the same things are there.
A doctor for
another thing, confidentiality. All these things
and somewhere competence
and due care, baby. Competence and due care. And the Kasani baby brave or crana. I know not due care, no. Yenyashi we aka. I think said the phone the lawyer Kayanino. And in I think say no so na shape some of us because say we train say yehwemo na say yetiminya akwanya yebetimi aye senior monso moye ne na
sample
and it works baby me kwabontin sometimes they
get the feedback
I tell you and I'm amazed.
EpaHoaDaben.
And very refreshing for me. Remember, because I one of my favorite shows, and I'm like, because I didn't I mean, friends,
there is no agenda setting.
You see, and I can live with say genuine mistake. I can live with it. But they mean to me, and live with say when you say
now say
why because of one personal interest. And I think that's what is happening. And maybe but posterity will judge one day. One day, I'm say, that you know, great journalist, not the BB. It's my bright. Or my mouth, you ever confess. For me, as in, recently, because we should be guided by the love for the country.
EpaHoaDaben.
Now, I need to make a confession. Also, TV no, and that time na wa bemu. Edika ma minchia wo enchia somewhere hani atifo nyina wi. Nti anopedia meba ETV BB shows so. Yes. You're hot. Now we banso that's how we research because when prepare we have about embarrassment. So anytime maybe a babia no I have to prepare for. But at that time na me to say and okay, partly because we are in government, so you were holding our feet to the fire. But now we are Juma. Exactly. No, actually, no, and I copy So you continued your work, and I say now me monitor and particularly that show of yours. You use plastic. You must find a way to bring back that program because it was a program I was always following. And you continued your work. And see how we are with Jumana, you want the best for Ghana. Yeah. And you continued. We said and I mean, we are now here. So you are focused. I need to commend you for it.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Ete said Edru area show was when tie happy. EpaHoaDaben. Uko tie baby a kabia. Uka say nko baby ya. Ete said Edru area show was when tie happy. EpaHoaDaben. Uko tie baby a kabia. Uka say nko baby ya.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Show was when tie happy. EpaHoaDaben. Uko tie baby a kabia. Uka say nko baby ya.
Edi ebremu de mamaya sase hudo atuse sebeye yo serinye yo na ose oma yentwe yese eno mafo
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Midi ene Bismark Brown. Ofre mi Bibi a meje so. Ofre mi B Brown so a meje so. Memo akwaba. Eba EpaHoaDaben jumedie eso.
EpaHoaDaben.
Ena nyumre di ene wie yatena si ni ebe sumo man Ghana ekwan soronko so. Meji medi se wie nso ho ye pa. Yatena si akopem anyumre no nsia. Unsu ye juma. Unsu ye bio. Oh my Ghana. Na ho ye de. Be de me ho ye. Mapo mu boko. Se bribini na ho dodo wa me mpa ebo ne se obo ade de eye na yaresa ensa ne beka on. Wa wotemen kan hospital. O ho dodo wo yare oni padua na ye mre. Mesre mpa ye mawo. Mesre eye ahoden ni apomuden mawo. Mesra yaresa firi osoro ohene no ho e de mawo. Onsa o yade o mani padua ni nya ahoden. Na be kan ye ho na ye nto ne ye no so waje so e me bo a sa pepepe ene e be ye ho nso na dwom so te sen sister na bra ene kromboko de adaba for passengers no wo mo ba economy no mu hit ni te sen mu adwo kakra ho ene ma bo nso odwom nso da fo mu ana Osompa ne enimia na ye me ibenya hoto. Yakodi weekend naba. It was indeed a long weekend. But sir, holidays, I'm beginning to have a rethink. Because it's as if say holiday na ye peke kene and yes the significance of the entire holiday you know as on mine a dayanimu aye dwene ho. And when we say question be say enra holiday ni because ye ka osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na woda Ghana man penny odi kan. Now how many of us enra and a ball osaje for mpodin? And how many of us and a dim come off Ghana humpo? How many of us and it take a second to look at the man or Sajifo or the tuto and net leaders I won nipa himpo no magini fa ho. E to be a your holiday be a say Independence Day. The woman Ghana for any say beko beach a betina se be we bi ni agi ani. But the essence of the day nienti a yesi ye gi ya home no. Eya na as on mine ye ni hu komo. And when him say every Independence Day celebration be a theme I did when him say it is lost on you because any Independence Day who addition wo mu na wo dadwene wo twan say holiday ni beba na won kwa adwuma na no boys betena se no ma wi bie na wato nsa frɛ wo girls no ma ba fie na onyo matena se agigi wani a. But I think that we need to also make a huge impression on our minds on such days. Say be ya nienti a ye di sa for feed da no eno nso so ebe wo nipa dwene mu ni adwenwene ho. Every and every ye ni oman mu nkomo na ye nwenwene oman no ho. Anopa no nsia ya na MPP Amanyuko enkanka na mmabu no ewo party ni the youth wing of the New Patriotic Party. Omo de demonstration be hye so. Omo si yensu ahunahuna demo. Na omo nantifi obra sport. Ya so na ko cover asa demo no. Masco joined me this afternoon was studio na said the demonstration ne koye nipa dodo e bae na nipa bae there. And we are talking about the MPP youth wing. And yet just any ordinary wing of the party. The youth wing. And mabununo moja share no. Omo wa hwade a omo nan sisi omo hu sisi omo hu so. Omo nan mu adi en betimi akọ the long haul. And a year demonstration. But question is did the demonstration live up to the bidding? Significantly, MPP Mabunu no mo babon teniana. Well, my colleague who covered this very demonstration will join me later on the show. Now said the demonikoye, yeah, dear home come on. But I've played back interviews Nibia mask the free demonstration as a buy. Masawudu Osmanu, or third national vice chairman, man NPP Amanyuko, the man who was assaulted by Sofo Azoka. And the matter came up again. I say, I know, say, police for action Sofo Azoka and put in the court. And we are basically Sebunechi. A baby someone sem. Ome ibetu mpona free. But asem wa omo ejina so de demonstration eye ne owo frɛ no ehunahuna ne ebrofo mu obi bɛka no intimidation. Omo sanso kasafa selective justice ho. Omo asem ne sɛ MPP for eye bribia. Police for ten intem ehunu ne intem ekutu anamon che sankrofo no. Now, so the same issue, APMO or NDC side, a feet dragging. A asia beye asienye, asia beche asienche. MB before airborne near Chiwa Moa, near Doma Betuto, social media, phone in the dem. But MP before they say NDC for one more I similar things and normal committee similar offenses. One more yenhunu one more mumpo. Nankampo yati womu dini. We also say party no youth wing no ewo case ana. Omo nyina so bi. Of course demonstration there omembia ne right. But in someone na womu kura no omo de nam no u career hunu ne sen mu odu. Someone worth the attention of the nation and over Facebook you can comment on this matter. Galamsey ntokwa no de enye den ene ebejae. Da bia ye be kai mampanin se wo mo ahye Galamsey hu bo. Bo hye ne kase ne se abandada no entimi entu Galamsey hu anamon because they lacked the political will. Because of corruption and because of the fact that omo ye compromised omo ankasa ye bi nti se ye pese ye nsuo na anite ye pese ye bo eye ye nkwaye brentuo eho aban a then the best party the National Democratic Congress. This is the proposal they sold to the people of Ghana regarding the issue of Galamsey. Joyce, I have moved on, please. And then what they and someone womu kaye any policies ahodo a womu share Ghana for bo so de ba address Galamsey what they toto near abine ye anamo a wotu nchirechiremu a wode ba na ohwe near ekoso ewo the 44 districts a Galamsey ekoso ho a ene obeka ne sen uhunu political will no ewo John Dramani Mahama ene na abai mu say indeed omo what the will or pepano to deal with Galamsey ana hunu no say political will na ayira womu ayira efiri womu mu omo ba ban mu no political will ebi ana wo no wadwene mu no ayira womu said de hunu ni bia bra na yenwenwene ho yensi nkonwa no na yensi ensem no nso koso na Galamsey asem ya ana Dr. Cadman Mills oye former president John Evans Atta Mills ninua ono so ye NDC ni ma papa ode akoto X Twitter kane Twitter so na ensem a wo ka no na chese eni no NDC ni Joma ha manyina ye because o say the fact so ono ye NDC ni does not mean say onye just loyal to the party na near party ni be ye bia eyo enyo na because of loyalty nti no waka na no atum o se ono de entimi nsi and he's been asking party for no say ma omo nye blind loyalist na emomu no ade na ekoso na enya wo mo enka ho asem. And he says he's not going to rest. I say John Dramani Mahama and Kasayena amana bemwa bu. I say be NDC nti NDC the policies bana omu failure na maedi na me bo ma baso na maedi na me hwe wo mo na obi abusam yam so bibi akoso kama. I say there be mfia wadie no. Enye ne no oba be leke nkofo boots. Enye ne ena woba be keep up appearances. Said the Etienne San Obekano. Can we have a lot more of such people? Ewo manimu na. But ya kan Galamsey ntokwe. Enre ya ena fix the country for so di omo demonstration ne ba awie ye. Omo ye demonstration no, I think over 2 days. Omo someone say near President Mahama na no kachire media ne de enya de omo so mu ena so mu china. Say na state of emergency made sense 9 months ago. It still makes sense today. Question is, will this government listen? But it is important to note to say there are people in the country indeed state of emergency here at this moment. John Mahama is the first. But I'm not a catcher, say Galamsey a day we know who I politics na de bia ye na bia o. They say san abaye. Galamsey na bɛka petrol politics no ho. Galamsey no abɛka exchange rate politics no ho. Saa na Galamsey na bɛka corruption ho. Ene yenya the fourth topic amanyofo edebeye politics all year round because niedebia omode politics petrol niedebia omode politics exchange rate niedebia omode politics corruption no yebusa say insignificantly ena omaye to address niedisa problems ne ba. And you can understand why. Say Galamsey so abeka ho bie. Because 9 months ago, and then openia oda gold border no Sami Jemfi at the pulpit and nante Ghana baby you should say odu ho no mo no the pulpit si ho no preach the message according to Sami Jemfi on Galamsey. Now odinsuo ne kire. Na wo kire adwuma I was said na binda da ne ya wanye. Obeje di say 9 months on. The NPP's miracles abwaje. Enso afa pulpit ato ne kon ho de nam Ghana baby ayusu ase nyina. Eno den sem trofo di na chi se ne na no so ne ehunu no no. Ena ono nso e preach the gospel according to miracles abwaje on Galamsey. Odinsuo ne kire. Odi adwuma a ewose dwomahama eya wonye ye kire. So wohu ade no wohu trick ne ayi politicking na ye de Galamsey ne ye no. Eye topic bi a so wohu no wansem kan yi a betimi the political power ma. Until they won't fix it today. They won't fix it tomorrow. You any omo de beye campaign no mo hunu se ne ombe kasa ho se beye ade biara da no. They'll be pressing your emotions. If you are yendi Galamsey hun komo. If you are mene wo kase the new patriotic party empanimfo ehyiemu ewo Alisa Hotel. Na bebusa se jumedie omaba headquarters. So earlier information nya say the vetting of NPP flag bearer hopeful see ebe koso Alisa Hotel. My producer just told me say vetting a koso our party head office just a walking distance from here in studio. Hey, our asylum down. We'll get there. Now Yebusa said the vetting no echo. Who has been vetted so far and who is yet to be vetted. Now ejita for no so the net is saying e be this ankomo nyina da. But then ton kwa nwumire no na yehunu vetting no near echo. You be vet obi out, you be disqualify obi ana. Anka menye sure say anka party ni mu badwo ene emu adwo chena. But who knows? Apart from Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and Kennedy Ohene Japan. And now I so a cabinet Japan. A wood animal mienu a can't there. Flag bearer vetting no and then no mobile femubi. We'll keep our focus there and bring you up to speed. Senior and Semene Koso our NPP headquarters. But you may be basso a year October Bosumia Yebesimu Maminka Wasem and show. It's here again, and it is the 14th Ghana Economic Forum. And know your Ghana's most influential platform are your day edi economy ehon enkomo. Your day esansu di a policy ehon enkomo. Into by joining on Tuesday, the 28th of October 2025, our Kempiski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra. Now, we're joining over 300 leaders from government, from business, from the diplomatic community, ebi enso ebe free, the donor community nimu enso aba, and we are all gathering together under one theme, and the theme is currency stability, a reset for sustainable economic growth. We ene etira semwa ye share ehon on the 28th of October 2025 under the umbrella and auspices of the Business and Financial Times. This year's forum ebe feature powerful plenary sessions on strengthening the economy and finance. We'll discuss unlocking energy and renewable solutions. Now, yes, also come about transforming agriculture and its value chain. Sad thematic areas in areas are pivotal to Ghana, economy, no, and it's here. Now, any great minds and semi in another home. What you want to expect bold conversations, or be expecting actionable strategies, and of course, we be nimu to a high-level networking opportunity as Edumediwe Ede Ebrewo, the Ghana Economic Forum 2025, and America and Wansem Ediachro. Mississippi, the Ghana Economic Forum 2025. It's happening on Tuesday, 28th October 2025, and I'll be telling you more till 28th October. Nebeba Sebeya Debiarada Mekoso Namaka Wo. Jumedie are powered by the Business and Financial Times with support from our valued partners and sponsors. Omunie, Bank of Ghana Etayechi, Fidelity Bank, KPMG Ghana, Arthur Energy Advisors, Olam Agri, The Bank Hospital, Metro TV, Asasi Radio, TV3, Joy FM, City FM, Channel 1 TV, and yours truly, Happy 98.9 FM. Mrs. Edumedie is an say, Edumedie way, ebema opportunity, amweshia kukudam, ubetimi apeke, an idea or two, and even go ahead to network and see what beautiful things can come out of our network. So take advantage of this. Opeso support Edumedie, Opeso your partner, Opeso do kabeshim. And our enquiries be or questions be fed you may one. My mouth 2 numbers are free. Would be to me and name and penny for Eddie and home and come.
EpaHoaDaben.
The kind phrase 0244 689 521. Mrs. Subim 0244 689 521. And also Obefre 0209 457427. Mrs. Subim 0209 457427. Alternatively, you can visit Business and Financial Times, Energy Media Omoye, Omasheda create a website for the Ghana Economic Forum. Enunti website in here, GhanaEconomicForum.com. One word, GhanaEconomicForum.com. Ubetime ko register or enquiries in so all the answers are there. If you want to be a partner or a sponsor of this program, or call GhanaEconomicForum.com. There is an interactive platform on the website. Abitimi anyone more Eddie and Komo. The 14th Ghana Economic Forum, as my can say, this is where Ghana's future takes shape.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Enche na yede yefutusem ebrewo na etimu so ede nkranhyesem na ba. And of course, if we are now afe yakọ near the interviews ahodo and then nkoma ahodo a edapono so abro. His Excellency the President Beno Kasai ewo New York United Nations General Assembly and ekoso inti amampani wo wiase nyina ehyiemu ewo US abruchimemu, and our president is there. He's billed to speak, and on the sidelines and also obe hosti various sessions ahodo. And of course, ni nyina say yebe ma amanfo hunu opportunities, investment opportunities a ewo oman ni mu a ewo so omudi omusika eba ebehyiemu nti yebe di nkomo. And a lot is also happening on the continent of Africa. And area so because some of these issues will certainly come up at the United Nations General Assembly. Jumedia Ekoso ewo US Abruchi Memo. Now enra at CBC at the General Assembly
98.9.
It is as if say any there are two nations you are more to within the Committee of Nations. There are two countries here, and they know almost all other countries are sorry tia womo empe womu diate. Israel and at the United States. Something happened at the United Nations General Assembly. Now you could see, and then just say you could see, it was clear. Show here their repulsion and how I almost rejected Israel and the United States even at the mention of the name of these countries, visibly participants, it shows that indeed, some countries, it is obvious, because of the attacks, Israel supported by the United States, Palestinians, and also by fighting them for the Gaza Strip. Our international relations observer will join us in the studio, and we'll take a look at some of these things. On the continent of Africa, so interesting things are happening. Sahelian nations in saying, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Omo free ECOWAS nanu ya. Udim nyoma ye biem. Ene ICC, International Criminal Court, amaya hodo bebredi omo sa hyase se womo establish na so bi di bone war crimes na ade wo ne mamu na ne mamu mra no odwane sambra na yetimi de international laws no edi no. Ene sa 3 countries yi apart from so mayi omo hu afi ECOWAS mu no. Oma sanso atwe womo ho eyom signature free ICC pact no so amene no ICC deliberations ICC mra any ICC to me bia ni hono mo a cover these 2 countries and their these 3 countries and their leaders. At the end a signal, is it signaling say indeed sa leaders see eba betieti a omo manfo fa ahodie so eno ntina omo mpese omo bekoso subscribe to ICC eno ebetwe wo maso if they are found culpable and answer it is enshrined in this whole African independence. We don't want to do anything with the West. When international relations observer Bas Studio be joining here, we'll ask him these questions. Send Debia Adam Zegna Abudullah, he helps us unpack sa issues way sa issues ase. Ewe yatena see the nan komoni nyina eno no. Enche na yede yefutu sem ebro na ewia na yede enkuranhye sem so ato aso de amawo na fe yate asi enkomo ahodo no mu. But the nano pay ebesi ewie a MPP youth wing demonstration e ba wie no. Ensem ni bi a ekọ so ewo demonstration ase no ebi ni.
We are marching for freedom to speak. Freedom to walk on the Lima streets without fear and panic.
What again? Speak, baby, you know, Jose. It is a me no Kasa, and I walk say, and the freedom to speak, baby, you know,
say freedom of speech, you know, and yeah, we say a car bounty, one Shakrana police fire inviting me. So come and explain what you said. This is wrong. This is not a healthy society. I don't believe in insults. I believe in criticism. I believe Asema SSA. I don't believe in insults. Watch him as. But Nipa Kasa, Namudi Abaka wa Beshenisi. Namudi na go to car armed robbers. Yadi Omutu. Namudi send Nipa na go to car. What do you want to show? And I may not pass on today.
Na anyasam ketwa eno kan samwa wo ka se eno nti e wose o mutaki action na
na kure o se mi gina hodom no obi ahumi no hu sofa joka no mu ja mi ni sofa joka me ngindi se betima me bono ba ko betima gina fo me to nyame
sofa joka
ba ku ontimi gina ni nai so me da mi ka cha obi anu cha but aden ye ba akotia no yemfa ntakwa dwini emba ho yemba ho no yemfa ntakwa aseme mba ho oba minkwa na migina be man na mo nkwa ade tira zo ko na mo nkwa be dia mi chu Ghana dwini awa ha se unim chama zoka no what threatened the whole minority leader, say Anka, Oba no minority leader, Obeku. And then Azoka on them free. But Aburia de Kasaya, Omudi Black Maria, Eba Befan. What you say, Omudi Black Maria Befan. Your person IGP won't peer bunting, no pa chow, because when him thrown, Omo di trust Oma Chazoka. And yana kure. I give you Omunchi Azoka da. Ah, me see, sad fake news no Mudi to say, Oma Chazoka no. And yana kure, the person I give you 1 peer. On the pagan of watch out because the day almost over evidence because the day also much azokano that the minia are what dimachi membanuko azoka azokano the fear na azoka fear and one or azoka fear I will say azoka ne 200 abeya woman say police force say azoka be court on the 16th okay almost 16th azoka be dan obeba court 16th no me court no azoka mba court da ama azoka kasa kase ono IGP was say want to be friend say one bra court azoka so appear court no azoka ka kire wa azoka ka kire kana for or say ono IGP to be friend so on me friend some policies see I didn't catch you word on was you menya botre on Monday azoka beba Monday shoot on by so police for the omudi to omupe said omacha azoka omudi nu be court no IGP wo boa so mitimichi aburunya de no omuja azoka what threatening minority leader life what threatening Miami Kasami life there na dia abai na worry oh so me catch you say IGP adi trouble catch Ghana for
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Well, sights and sounds of a NPP for demonstration omoye no ene anope bi si awie and I share be with you and just a while ago on Facebook na videos no so etwagu ewo ho baby a wo bia you want to join us live this afternoon na efa o comments bra ne kan fam round join in our Facebook live na fa o comments no ebego ho make kan ni nyina de amount or WhatsApp messages so abetimi dia fa 059-405-1145 so na mabjibre na eno so makenkan e de amount actually maybe lines no na fe wa bemu na nkomo a ye die na awie nyina no what we no atomu ebie 055-156-3916 and 055-565-7278 and ebeya lines to call when they are activated. Emre na so dia yemfo yefutusem emra.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben.
Tiewe.
Etimi edimu enteja ya kwato wachi anope eni ya kanden eni intensi etini nyina saa ne yatam eja ne mafo ne se emra danenti ti asako ye dadem ya dasi bibi so akaye
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
Mami a wotie ni mami panin pa onye obi a oye namafo ibi obi a nani afie na ose enkomo a da bia me ne oman Ghana edi ewo radio so no atona koma so na makai no sede na ye no na o fifia no pa akoto wa chedi ama ne nananom no wa ma nkogina wa chewura no ho nsapan na emomo no mu frifie no oma wo mu de omu bowls a ni mu aso ka ho ena omo de koto wa che no ena omo de abafie enti oye de a kire me se afutu a metu no hada biada se single use plastic yen hwani yenja use no ono ato na sum 98.9 na ato na koma so ama wafi ase etu anamon a ono nsususu se ebeboa ama yate single use plastic yi so ebeboa ema raba ene ato atese a aye environment ni nyina afi na echoki yen gutters na eji epo no aboso no yetimi ateso. Ghana Maritime Authority ehunu se plastic insunsanso no say ayehu na ginsem nti ene wo ankasa nso ahyase ebo dawuro efa single use plastic ho. Na Ghana Maritime Authority, it is better late than never. Sadie we ne wasanka womo ebe support ye mu binum ne ye ka ho asem de daada. But then omahunu han no na omahunu se e wo se ye bribi to save the ocean before the year 2050 a eye pa. Adenti na make se e wo se yetimi save the ocean before the year 2050. Because that is the estimated time where you benya more plastic in the ocean than fish. Me pache say near United Nations any international organizations ahodo atena siasese hunu ewo dachi ne betimi ato ocean meka ocean na nya Ghana ponko a ewiase punyina. You see, by the year 2050, in the next 25 years, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Sasem we debi ameka, aya nebi aya binum se 2050 no ewe chirebi.
Happy FM 98.9.
Se obi kasa asma me kache nipa ne se Emra 1994 ye di bibisi ye nisu ani e friend Vision 2020 no otiase ana me wo JSS ena ye ti Vision 2020 na ye nim da se sa 2020 no ebeba da ye twam wo ho ama ye wo 2025. Yes, I think cheba. It is a ne kokobono efiase se in the next 25 years. Say ya nye bribi amfa ye nsuni ye mban ho with a ye single use plastic a. Ye nya fish mpo na ya we. Ye ko ne ekoto net si ye yi fish a. Ye beyi plastic dodo a chain enam na ye ko si ye kwakoyi no. Mesro say anytime bia me de san komo we bebe bia no. Mesre se ubetimi a miawani bra Facebook na enkomo na midi no mesa de hu foni ehun videos ka ho ema wo hunu ade a me ni wo mienu ye ya ye de say environment no. Oba Facebook a oba be hunu sea turtle a wonam ponase wonam ni baabi owo ne natural habitat mu na nso o polythene bag bi a wo use ye akwakopie punimu a achichire sa sea turtle yi ekon na wonya home mpo na nka wa home. I have shown videos of sea turtles straw ewura wo mu hwinimu apie. There are videos of fish ene mo ahodo a wapumu a enkofo rescue womo and they are not rescuing them from other predators. Omo rescue womo afri rubber emu o rubber na we use ye no ewura punimu achichire nam atrape nam ni bi omo gye omo ho a enje sa rubber na bia nso edada mo ani bi ma mo ani bi hunu ne se aduane ma omo soso. Enti plastic ewura enam ni mu ebi wu ye yi bi nso we plastic na ko edi paduam na ne ehu ni se onipa dasani cheapest source of protein eye fish ebedu biribi no fish bo be ye den ma wodwene ho a wonte ase na ebekwa san ba be si minu mienu so esane se minu mienu yen appetite for single use plastic and a create a problem no. Mimi ne da nwumre. Me decided say
98.9.
Me drive it through the Central Business District of Accra. Enwumre beye no nwotwe. Ena me see mu say me fa krom na mahwade. Na ade a me hu ye no me nkoa me ntimi nka ebi a wo no wotai kɔ hɔ nti wohunu daa. Ba he I was say aban tena se na ye pay a policy to regulate single-use plastic because hey ade na ye hu aye hu. Joyce, take me to the Central Business District of Accra. Shade ami hunu ye. Dwadifo adi omu dwa wie obi akofie. This is Ghana's capital. Share rubber bags dodoa egu street no so. We enkran ha sem na make. Rubber bags single-use plastic ahodoa egu street no so after manfo adi dwa wie. Bra Facebook, I'm showing you the video. Mimi ne da nwumre ana me ami si mu se me kwakɔhwɛ mani so ade. Na question ba kwa me busa me ho ne se enti sa rubbers yi nyina ewe no kore obi aka ne ntem o omo wia omo pra o omo wia omo pra enye no ne me issue se omo pra sa plastic bebrebe rubber bags bebrebe ya uhunu no Facebook isu egu Accra Central egu kwa ho pacha tantantan ya uhunu ya hwese ne rubber esum ho. This simply tells you one thing. Say kamya say adie bia ye di mudwa, adie bia ye ton, adie bia ye kokoto bia no, ye de ahye single-use plastic mu.
Happy FM 98.9.
Say ye prasa rubbers yi nyina mpo wia. Ehe na ekọ. Single-use plastic bebrebe ya uhuni. No kre me for ba be pra. Omo be pra sa rubber ne kɔ he. Because rubber ne me no mienu nyina anim se enye organic material, enya de ekɔ akɔpro ene na akɔpro china. Empro. Enye se omo kɔhye no. Enye se omo kɔ akɔ recycle. Hwekinsu anim hɔ. Kinsu anim hɔ. He rubber esum hɔ. Adie bia eba Ghana bia ye de ahye rubber mu. Adie bia Ghana ni ekwa akoto wo shop bia ye de hye rubber mu ma no. This is the frontage of Kingsway. Na mi busa se can we sustain Ghana ye betimi sustain self-sustain way? Can we survive and expect to say we will thrive when we are being choked by single-use plastic? And they are in different forms. Rubber nkwa rubber the good street in Sano. Central Business District of Accra. Rubber nkwa esum ho. Rubber nkwa. Dodwana kogu gatem. Dodwana kogu gatem. Ebi nso emframa be hunu e de na anante de na chiri. Rubbers ni bi nso wo ho a ekɔ epunumu straight. Rubbers ni bi a ye de akyekyere aduane a ye didi mu awie no. Mponche ekɔ akɔwe because so mate aduane panpan wo mu. Ema wo mo be we awe rubber no ama rubber na akɔ clock wo mo yam. Anantwie eku omo ena da we nantwie o nantwie we odwan aponche a yakunu ya pa infa we yankunu na ne yam na fu adoa otwitwa hwe basa na ne wurade ne call veterinary for yakopa aboa na hwe black polythene bags a ye yi free aponche ne yam. Black polythene bags a ye yi free aponche ne yam. This came from the belly of a goat. O polythene bag na wo de koto do kro na wo to twene ye no. O polythene bag na wo de koto Uto brodo yɛde tu mu ma wo no. Ɛno nie akɔpia pɔnkyeɛm. Ewura no mesrɛ mu. Yɛwɔ biribi ya yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ne yɛhwɛ ne yɛnyɛ. Ɛnɛ wie ma mentufo. Sɛ ɛnɛ sɛ wokɔ akɔtɔ ade a kɛbɛyɛ a miawani na fa bag free fie na wotɔ ade na wo de ahyem. Ɛbɛyɛ a enkɔgyina kokowura hɔ na nka nkyerɛ kokowura sɛ meto koko. O flask wɔ he a ɔsɛ fa gu rɔba mu ma me. Sɛ kura mpo de yɛmbusa. Sɛ yɛmbusa patwa wobusa apɔnkye a wɔda Facebook yi so yɛ apɔnkye a yɛyɛ ne surgery. Eyi rɔba bag free ne yam. Sɛ wokɔtɔ aduane a yɛmbusa sɛ patwa ɔkyɛnse wɛn. Yɛyɛ so ano saa. Ukokojina gobewura hɔ, ukokojina emura hɔ, ukokojina wachewura hɔ a, wachewura bebusa sɛ, "Ah, small boy, o chance wɛn, grandpa cho chance wɛn, ubedi wa ha." Ene yembusa o. Edu wo so a ne ayi rubber ne ate de agum. Edu wo so a ne ayi rubber ne ate aduane ne de agum. Na ne ehu nie. Aduane no hwa ehye. Hwe ntutu a efiri mu ba. Na rubber mu ha ye de petrochemicals na ye na ya ti aduane hyehyeehye na de agu rubber mu akyekyere de ama nipa dasani na nipa dasani ato ne bo anante akodu fie odu fie a no hunu nyansa na ye ndi no rubber mu ye di ne chansi mu ansa na wahwie de afiri rubber mu e de agu chansi na o hwie aduane na afiri rubber mu de agu chansi mu no the next thing is say wa generate garbage wa ye baller aduane a wodi no he baller waye na ne baller no nso a waye ne nya baller ekoto asase na ne ekwakopro na mpo nkrampo akoma asase no enuane nuro papa mpo enkopro ekohya asase ni mu na poison asase no moma ye nyinada yen reject single use plastic okoto ade na uhia rubber jade ne saa fato ka mu ukodwomu afa a reusable bag ko ukodwomu a ne uhia rubber no me mfa rubber nchichire mawo enema ni atosode ne ade ni bebre ho ayekoto a ye hia mpo se de be hye rubber mu na wakoto prekese sa de hye rubber mu aye den prekese so wo de hye rubber mu aye den ukra o basket o reusable bag na wo de ko odwomu a bayire no yemfa nhye rubber mu ma bayire no ose de to bag ni mu de ma osaa bayire no ose etimi de to basket mu ma osaa adenti na wo kokodi dwa wo mfa bag emfiri fie na wo kosesa baller rubber nko ade ba fie maame mesre wada adabraka we die ye hwe na ye ntwe ye hu mfiri hu ena mo amoton aduane ye besre mo wodi ahaban echichire aduane de paper efa homa nipa a umo na bro aboa no wayi nafri cancer kwan so wayi nafri efi ene baller kwan so sane se ahaban ni de eto asase ani mpo ototwini mpo a epro esan enriche soil no ewie yenye ni sei mayen ukwa akoto koko a o flask fa ko ukodidwa fa o basket ko ukọ shopping a pe o paper bag bi o reusable bag ba ko a eno na wo de ko supermarket ho da bi a e de koto ne ma de ba e be sere enkoda na amoma wo mokoto emo ne wache hyehyehe wo raba mu mo ka no no mo fie no mo nka nkire enkoda no mo nyan na mo mayento bowls e maye ma no na wo mo ko school no mo kohye aduane kwan so a o mo nto aduane ni ngu bowl ni mu enkoda bebre aduane a wo mo di ko school ati ehwegu from several times including penimfo okoto koko de ko office koko hyehyehe ye de gu rubber hata mu ene de ama no ene wo ko adwuma wo kwasa na rubber na se ate na koko e fam bam ate apete sa de ne de tonkofo ye me de pa ene ne ma hu say you cannot rely on single use plastic mesremwada let us all come together and say no to single use plastic. And we call on the government of Ghana, the minister in charge of environment. They say they are acting. Yebesre, Parliament, a select committee on sanitation. Ghana Maritime Authority, the various assemblies, civil society, NGOs, we are sitting on a time bomb. The plastic time bomb is ticking. And when here, a bed detonating, we can't pick. Even the pieces are a bed catchery. Yan here who see ye, more environment in home buying. Na yen no send ye mammy a year no, Tino. Yo, ya weda ya mami ase na Joyce video na opeso born in tem no ya sanso adu so ti ada ya mami ase a na ye nyina da yesu ebesua se ene no ye kwakoto aduane a ye de enchensen beko ne akwakoto na abena se wa se ono de wagyan banku roba yusu oso wonyusu banku roba biem isane se esai environment no eye environment ni fi esanso mayen yade nti abena se wa so ono fi neko ode ahaban ene bo ne banku e de ma na busuafo muntie
no rubber bag nti bibi sese de okan ye ne pepepe ye nyina ye boa ama o man ga na benku a make so ye be dine na watwe enye wache nkwa na e de ahaban obetimi di benku no abo benku na mabo e de egu mi bo mu fine enye benku a ye be dine bia ye di ni sesi a benku a na watwe ye be dine nyina na mabo esi wo otia oh hura ha bem wa petamu kama na odi atu odi tuma no wa lock no sisi ye di wa ye di lock wa che na opera wa ice chest na se o plastic go ye si wo ye na ja odi egum ti egum na watwe nyina enye hwe bomu se wo be yi ne na ha ba no akomu fine me benku me bona de senti me ka kese oh na rubber na komu ahoden kwa rubber na die can you imagine say who kura rubber shishi benku shishi na odi ato rubber ni yare kwa rubber eden ne de rubber eye yeni ma de ye ba ha ban de yenim say ya ha ban a hu bon faso man it is medicinal tieni ne bibi we are saying no to all polybags, all rubber bags. We are following you. Bibi, good work done. Yamin show anyone dream back. Say no to rubber bags.
Say no to single-use plastic. Say no to all forms of single-use plastic. Disposable cup. Oko sporter, je glass. Oko sporter, je glass fecha okota no na ni enim disposable cups. And obi kojina sport blue kiosk ojina counter no ho. Ojina faako. Now we use 5 different disposable cups because we have 5 thoughts. Every thought be a hwegu disposable cup emuma no. Onom baako na otena se be 15 minutes na wo hu se kikina. No asan come baako na another disposable cup. And kekina after 10 minutes no asan ko no akwaji 2 thoughts dia ka ho. Tinipa baako obewi na pete shibewie no. Na disposable cups garbage we jaw ho bebre. Use your regular glass. Use your regular glass. Oko restaurant a glass ya na edidim. The same atre any fork ne knife ya nkofo use na no a na ensu be use. Ye wi aye hohoro ho. Unwu. The plastic is rather dangerous to your health. Yenye ne sa na yembo environment no eho ban.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Yɛwie ne saa deɛ a yɛmfa yɛnkura nhyɛsɛm mmerɛ wo. It is time to get motivated. Yɛmfa yɛnkura nhyɛsɛm wɔ ne awie yɛahyehyɛ a yɛde brɛ wɔ nhyɛ ho nkran ne ntinsi nsɛm ne mu. Over Facebook Live and asɛm a yɛde hyɛ ho nkran no Joyce ɛde to so de ama yɛn. Na yɛnyina yɛadwendwene ho. Na asɛm ni nie ɔse the future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today. When you can straightforward message one, we can chire mu. But esane yente ase ebi ntie no, e wo se yete sim na ye biebie mu kakra. O se odaache egina ne obeye nene ho. Empempi wote nkofo a daache menyi ame sei. Daache menyi ame sei. Daache mepese me ye sei. Daache pese me ye wei. Daache me pese me koha. Daache me pese me hia asomasi. Daache sei. Obia ka daache a. O ka daache no te se daache ni firi baabi ne beba. But ya na ye wura fi se daache future na ada bia ye ka no. Sa future ni gina ene so. The point is that the future you talk about is being created now. Busa ho se nyoni asi wani so se daache wo pese wo ye daache wo pese wo kɔ baabi a pese wo kɔ daache nipaku a pese wo ye daache sika wo pese onya daache busa ho se enne no ɛdeɛn na wo ye towards sa daache ni investment ben na wo ye towards daache obi so pese oye millionaire daache enso oye lazy ompa adwumayɛ otimi da mane bono anopa nondu wampamu ansa na wasɔre enti dachi millionaire na wotimi da saa no busa ho sɛ saa future na da bia wo ka no enede na wo ye towards that future. The future is not in a vacuum. You can never secure your future in a vacuum. You can't become a doctor because you have just wished for it. Wontimi mbedani sikani because eno ne wakoma so ade. Wontimi nsi wo dream house because waso ho da yenti. No. Saa daachi ni bebe mu a eye nana montuo. Eye ne wo de wo time eye. Eye ne wusua. Eye ne wo ye. Eye ne suban a wo de tete wo ho. Eno ene be yi saa daachi na ma wo. Nti ene wo hia obi a wadane kronfo a saa nipa no emri bi atwamu na ne daachi asem a wo kan se daachi me pese me ye lawyer. Daachi me pese me ye blogger. Daachi me pese me ye politician. Obi a wo be hia na nabrabo ye basa bia no na owo a beautiful future in mind. But obe kwa chira kohwemu no na anamontuo ne niema na oye emra na wo ka daachi na saa anamontuo no ene saa daachi na wo ka no ebo abra. You want to own your business. You want to own your own enterprise. Oba so ye entrepreneur na wo kreti wadwuma na fa nkofo adwuma mu. Eno ne wo dream. And so an adwuma na wanya no wo ye ne sen. The daachi will not come because you have wished for it. Eye ne wo ye ne na kreti daachi no. Ti abrabo no ye bo e ma da yanim. Abrabo no ne wo ye ne na da wanim. Asɛm a wo ka ne da wanim etwɛn wo. Eye na asɛm na waka. Ekotwɛn wo daachi. Eye ne anamontuo na watu. Ekotwɛn wo daachi. Inti se wo de daachi bi si wani so emri bi atwam. Na time na so na onsan ka saa daachi na abusa ho se what did you do at the time you had that dream? Invest your time well. Invest your energy well. Choose the right people. Work with like-minded people. Omo no be boa ma da biara o vision o focus no ebe intact. And make sure say at the corner wo se da ache wo pesa wo ye no. Be fiase adua nene. A school be na wo se wo kwa akọ because that ache no will not happen if you don't take the right decisions today. Won't me be a medical doctor without taking a science course in a secondary school and going to the medical school. You can't become a doctor because you want to be a doctor. You must do something today to become that. And no na yemu bebre ya na ya messy. We see the beautiful end, but we lose sight of what we have to do now to secure that then. Inti debia nipa ye disappointed, but then you be a fault. Enya wona na beifo bi, enya wo fa bi a wo so obo wabro. Eye wan kasa o decisions. A wo take ye emra wo hunu sa daache no enene deliver ne wo kura no e de ama wo. Nti se ne wabra bo na ye bisi basa. Na aye uhunu ne wo mfamfa. Na ne wo di si wani su no won san kan ye enso we di 60 years ah. Ask yourself, what did you do? Emra na wo sa dream no. And then our opportunity to dream. Dream, but take the right steps today. Because the future depends on what you do today. O mehia wa hoden, wa pomuden. And our lifestyle is saying, "Udi di said ye ope, onom said ye ope." You want to be a millionaire, but you are spoiling your body today. Your body will not be there to work hard to make the money. You want to own your own business, young man. And so there be a what appetite na wo sell kidneys. What appetite na wo sell liver. That future de bebo, but near wo hwe no won sanka because near wo ye nene no e ne be wo ochina e de ama wo. Wei ene nkran hyesem aye de bro e na awie. Yawini Sadia na menkamfo H&H Gary Mix emfamao eno na badwom a obia eka ho asem obia di ho adanse na H&H Gary Mix no ye wo 4-in-1 ho ye wo H&H Gary Choco Energy and ye wo H&H Gary Soya. Soya de na packed with nutrients and are full of energy. Ye soya beans ya ena ye ne milk ya de afra gari ni de ama wo wodi nsuogu mu ana chese bibria esi e de ama wo. H&H for say you are spoiled for choice when you hit any shop. Ask for any type of H&H Gary a wope. Ubenye bi ewo ho. Enu nti bre, affordable, well packaged, and neatly and hygienically also prepared. H&H Gary Mix appropriate for obi a woni time wa okwa kitchen akoye aduane. Ana obi a woni time a okwa akwasa aduane ho lie. Wo pebribi de kura wo mu, we ne friend the survival pack. Wo pebribi de kura wo mu till say we major meal be ready per H&H Gary Mix. Wo de wote one sachet pe de gu wo chilled water mu na wo kanu mu a eno ano no. We are so busy in the office, we ntimi call lunch ana. We here at least one strip of H&H Gary bi. Fa shell draw ni mu. Ano ate ano. Wo de gu wo cap mu apensu egu ho. Ene wote computer na chi ana wo sesa enom ne kakra soakings. We wie wo to awadwuma so. Nkwada na ibekọ school mesre wada per H&H Gary Mix bi fa gu omo cho box mu ma wo mo na omo fanko. Onse emra na ye boarding school no. Ye to nido ni separate, ye to melo separate. Ni ama ye Gary de gu konko kase mu. Na ne wo mu ni se u sugar timisa na Gary bebre ho. O milo timisa na wo Gary bebre. But H&H for na tena se hu se da bi o. Ade no se senes enema ne tie no ankere fra momu eye. Se be ya on shorty ingredient baako. Nti ya mixi asichire ne Gary no. Ya mixing katie ne Gary no. Ya mixi cocoa powder ne Gary no. And ya mixi Gary no any soya or milk no so dia ka ho ama o. Nti Uni me ayi moko, uni asichiro wo de emfa ho ne hia ne se wate ba akodi agu cap manumu. Student on our call baby no. H&H Gary is the survival pack. It's available and it's affordable. Hey. Happy on Wheels Jumedie Bebaso on the 25th of September 2025, a Thursday, 2 to 6 p.m. Yeshemu ewo Nima Madina Station ewo Nima ena yeshia na yene ya pamfo ne nam yeba be shia the leadership of the municipal assembly yene driver for penifo shia yene adwadi for penifo shia yene aban mu penifo shia na yedi oman ni mu enkomo wote mamobi wote Newtown wote Nima bomodi ne shia yen ewo Nima Madina Station ho ne yede apata ni nyina aba ye studio ni de aba abontene ne yene communities no etimi edi ahia nti Nima for yeto nsafremo 25th September, Thursday next week. Yenina yenshia ewo Nima Madina Station na yendi oman ni mu enkomo. Se ope H&H Gary mix ni bia oba obenye bia to ho. Ope Dr. Zeng natural deodorant ni bi nso a oba obenye bi ewo ho. Omo no waso ya sene ayede Happy on Wheels Nima edition no ede ebrewo. Be there and be heard. Happy on Wheels, your voice, your power.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Okay, so Minoka say President John Dramani Mahama the United States of America or represented Neman Ghana as president and head of state. Senior other presidents in Sunyina Abishiemu Honomu EBA. Na Eman Penny is said to have or host other sessions apart from the main General Assembly. Now, I have observed, say, Adebi Koso within the Committee of Nations. 2 countries. I say, no, Omaya stand alone. Israel and almighty America. And they Oko UN General Assembly. Obiati Israel dia no omuna nanim. Obiati US dia no omuna nanim. Ebi kura nyaya omo be bangi table so kura at the mention of the name Israel. Me sure some mampani dudu ehia. Omunya kura no kobetima demonstration against Israel and the US a omo beye. Yebehwe what is happening. Na yahwe UN General Assembly na ekoso no. And then yebeba African so. Nyaba behwe ne ekoso wa bibre mu mamu ha Cote d'Ivoire for enya mampani a waye na adwen se waba kokorakora obekoso adi na no so pobia ba eye campaign se momunto ma ne papa because ne papa ba bia wadu no oba so ne baba o se ne papa is not fit to be president into a catch Cameroon for se momunto aba ma ne papa so papa is chinchine achi obi watu akonwa no so Togo nso a foronya singbe ama yachi ninua bema wawuo ne yire maami yanso na papa ya ye no Army General na onim nyenti a wama yachi ninua na wawuo no ne yire no
Happy FM
ninua ne wuye no ofa ne yire no oware ne yire no oye maami no Army General. Now on top of it wasan maame no ho asan ene ni niece eye maame ne ba ye onu fonya singwe ni nua be ma ne ba one na danyem no ana te maame ne nisu na maame ne se sojafo muntu fonya singwe ngu muntu na aba ngu ya che no ekoso ewo Africa. Well, Adam Zegna Abudulai eye Happy FM's International Relations Observer. He observes and he analyzes no aboyen to unpack and understand the ekoso around the world. Adam, emwa hamu akwaba.
Eju so me bra.
Na boko de.
Nyamiadum.
Nyamiadum ensu gu ha eja home base for. Me have videos of President Mohammed's arrival at his hotel.
Okay.
Or New York and
Happy FM 98.9.
Sene ya dieta hunu no Ghana man peni kwama no ne Ghana fo e ho be shia no. It was a beautiful spectacle. with the Ghana flag, it be musu shendi sintadi be share omoni ade. But what do we know of near President Okoye, the significance of this UN General Assembly, near Ghana and so as we go into this assembly, most of the time you was somewhere you go to we are seeing anymore. Sometimes and for the president and now what you remember first time he had the occasion to attend. He made a strong case for the Palestinian nation some years back. A name in him said Obesan for that same trajectory because it appears to be the topical issue on the minds of heads of state meeting. Walk me through the UN General Assembly and near Ghana and so as we go into this very meeting.
Okay, so first of all, no, President Mahama, say OD President Fufron in the second time, no, who said or launch more or less the foreign policy agenda. So by going to these other African countries. Okochacha or more, he invited them to his inauguration and all that. It was even encapsulated in Okujuto Ablakwa, the press briefing. Okay, say, it is his whole foreign policy agenda is around good neighborliness. So, especially among African nations, good neighborliness. So, aside that, of course, President Mahama, on my hint, even in his inaugural speech, about some of the parts the government be taking in terms of foreign policy. And even beyond that, you say, I think some months ago, or donated some chocolates to the Palestinian people in the wake of this the issue with this attack with Israel, the issue in Gaza. Who say, even though President Mahama and Kasankasa, Ompie Beka say, he's in favor of Palestine in this actual issue. Who say he seems to be leaning towards it. But I don't want to say Serbia between Israel and Palestine or supporting Palestine as a baby. The general theme they say he and his government are in favor of the two-state solution. I know very popular among other countries in the Committee of Nations. Most countries, even America, foreign policy agenda regarding the Middle East, the two-state solution.
What is the two-state solution?
Okay, so the two-state solution is simply put, two nations. That is the state of Palestine and Israel. They have their
problem.
No, yes, sir. Okay. They all have their own countries, land demarcated towards them and things, and now they rule themselves. That's the two-state solution. So, yes, you see, so that is what it's actually supposed to be. But of course, this two-state solution, since 1948, it has, since the formation of Israel, it is something that has been an issue of more of a theory than anything that is practical. Because of a lot of issues that have gone on. And then let me just briefly walk the audience through it. So Israel, from Israel in 1948, there were not long after that there were some attacks by neighboring Arab nations. Israel defeated Omo. Then in 1967, it happened again. This time it was very, very short. 6-day war and Israel winning.
Is that the Yom Kippur war was at the end there?
Yes, yes. And Utmu say even after that, so earlier the British brought a resolution to the UN. Say, at the time Palestine, the Palestinian land, remember Israel I think 56% and then Palestine 43%. And of course the Palestinians normally rejected. Yeah. So it went on and on and on. Those disagreements went on, and then at the Oslo talks and the accords. So by that's Yasser Arafat and then the Israeli yes, and the Israeli leader and all that. You see, and of course the coming to force of Hamas. There have been a lot of events that have taken place. You see, but then because of the dodged position, these two states were in this whole affair. that is what has caused this so-called two-state solution to not materialize.
Okay.
You see, but of course, I had said the UN passed a resolution reinforcing its decision. Say it is in favor of a two-state solution, and Ghana is one of the countries that supports it. Yes.
Is it likely, say, okay, well, say now Kano, say President Mahama will directly go and deal with this subject, is here to...
Me very sure say he would declare Ghana's stance on that. Say Ghana is in favor of the two-state solution.
Okay.
Into all parties, that is Israel, and in this case Hamas, should work towards, first of all, ending the war, and now getting back to our talks, those talks that they used to have, especially in the Clinton era, to get back to actualizing that agenda of achieving a two-state solution. Into that's how it's supposed to be.
Israel, we will say, Israel a pariah in a committee of nations. You use that expression as well.
Yeah. Yes.
But Israel used to be the darling of the world. Though.
Very, very much. Very, very much.
Or maybe Israel we are protect. But that's a no Israel to
It's mainly because of near cost or Gaza. And I don't want to say it on authority. There have been a lot of scholars, from genocide scholars, or more study any situation going on in the world, and they come to a conclusion, say,
genocide,
and they have come to overwhelming, say, genocide and cause war. Even some of the hawkish statements by some of the Israeli cabinet ministers, say, the finance minister, even the foreign affairs minister too. His language seems a bit hawkish. And even Netanyahu himself, to me, who said the statements that he makes and things, and the posture of the whole Israeli state, you can see, say, that solution that everybody is seeking to get more. Because, okay, I say, I think 2 weeks ago or last week, there was an attack in Qatar.
Yes.
In Qatar, so they have positioned themselves very vividly as a country that, it's like a neutral ground.
Yeah. Because the last mediation talks, of course, happened in Qatar.
Exactly. You see, and now even the U.S. in the past, Anthony Blinken, the Hamas leaders, I'm sure, say, Qatar, they are sure that there will be no attacks towards them. And even at the time Israel attacked Qatar, there were talks ongoing.
Yeah.
And so now people are asking the question, say, then of course, like, what is Israel's plan? Because who attacking Hamas? Who say yes, Hamas are bad people, but they still have your hostages. Into hostages, no open hostages, no open hostages. No. Do you understand?
But some release hostages.
No, but say they want to get a diplomatic solution to it because you kill all the hostages.
Yeah.
There has to be a diplomatic solution. And Qatar, Omoka say, come to our place, let us mediate. And they killed a Qatar.
But Omo excuse me, say Hamas people were hiding in Qatar.
Yeah, I mean,
the Omo imagine say it is Hamas for Shaha.
Exactly. But I feel say people have been a bit unfair to Israel. Say, you see, I gave a brief history. You see, but I don't want to go into this because of the time. But what is going on to say, it started October 7th, 2023.
Near Hamas for
exactly.
Killing innocent Israelis.
Yes. And Israel, you try as much as possible to root out Hamas. And Hamas, even the countries that today, Britain, France, all Australia, Canada, are more recognized Palestine, and then they still designate Hamas as a terrorist organization.
Exactly.
And they say these people attacked us brutally, they butchered us and all that, and now we are trying to get rid of them because all of you that are talking, we are there, we are facing that.
You are not the one suffering.
You are not the one suffering. Until we are motivated to root out Hamas so that we will be free of them and then their threats.
Hamas will be they go after Hamas.
Exactly. But the other school of thought say, of course, we understand that you have to attack Hamas. Until okay, I say after Hamas attack, now Obiati say Israel is going to retaliate. You know, normal as part of the rules in this rules-based this system that we are having. Into Israel attack here, everybody was supporting Israel. But every time, the level of attack, it was a bit too much. And
to the extent that you cry Gaza.
Exactly.
You see, Gaza for, and people are dying out of hunger.
Dying. And the kids.
Israel so block
exactly.
Just almost sure massacre.
Yes. Sniper shots on children. Like, okay, no man can say, oh, it's war. They are casualties. But how can you explain sniper shots on the children? Targeted killing.
In Kodanso,
yes. You see, that is what is causing Israel to be unpopular. But Mama, can we see?
Okay.
You see, Israel and the US, of course, after the recognition that the Canada and then Australia and then gave to Palestine, they have come out to say it's like more rewarded Hamas for October 7th. Because Osha, it looks like it's a long gamer. Hamas played. Hamas and said they can't
stand Israel.
In terms of military might. It's that attack, it was always going to provoke Israel. Until now, Munim said Israel, with how devastating the attack was going to be, Israel going to come at them 10 times. Until almost sacrifice just so that what?
They'll get sympathy.
Yes. That's another angle.
Okay.
Because an important part say we have to look at the dynamics and so say we should just side with anybody just like that. We have to also understand
look at the issues.
Look at the issues very, very critically. Because the release a statement saying say now they are justified in October 7th attack, and which is very telling. Such as into where Israel in US you see what is going on. But also to the other school of thought, so they say, why is it that they are not being measured in the killing? Everybody understands that Israel has the right to defend itself. But children, a prevention of aid,
blanket attack.
Exactly.
So, and okay, Charlie Hamas for young Kofu was a Okrokro.
Yes.
Kofu, only your move face here. I was someone who said, Oma who said, you or show myself.
Yes.
Because,
but at the same time, we have rules in terms in warfare. You have rules in warfare.
Does Hamas play by the rules?
Well, obviously, what they did on October 7th, it was not playing by the rules at all because innocent people and all that. But you can't say.
And during the flying of drones and missiles, they attacked at least 2 hospitals in Israel. Bombs in 2 hospitals in Israel.
Yes.
That sounds to be a nice justification for them also attacking hospitals in Gaza.
But I didn't say everybody has understood say Hamas are
in the wrong.
They are bad people.
Okay.
In can say all these other countries, all the countries in the Committee of Nations, most of I'm sure including Ghana, they see Hamas as a terrorist organization.
Yes.
Because even in Palestine, the Palestinian Authority, they don't really relate with Hamas. Until Hamas know they are behind themselves, they are bad people. But at the same time, if bad people are behaving bad, should you do
but what Hamas is doing is this. Hamas, the innocent people, any facilities are wadwini mbuse and now enya wo so be attack at the shield.
That's understand. That's
very
true.
Hospital we are not a hospital because hospital the all me. Na ye dem Israel used to get to them. Yeah, so my is master baby could be
no, you see, so that was Israel's excuse up to today. But the reason why I say excuse it's not fun say the evidence on the ground because they say all these other countries even the US, UK, France and all that. Omoka say, okay, let's allow the press to go there and then see for themselves. You see.
Press
you see, because warfare they himself. Because uko di bonina uko share baby and then they bomb that place. You can justify yourself and say, oh, this is why I did that. Even though it is wrong.
Yeah.
See, but Omoka someone himself some of the things they're actually doing is unjustifiable.
Okay.
So I say anyway, and they are being very measured and stuff like that. So yes, that is what is going on. It is very expected. Say our president will declare the Ghana stance, which is looking for a two-state solution. Me sure say he will really go so much into detail because
98.9.
We don't want to antagonize the Israelis too much.
But you never know. You never know.
Ghana, we already recognize Palestine.
We do.
Yes.
I see one embassy.
Exactly. Yeah. So we, as we know that is going on, that Israel are angry about. No, yeah, we long time. You recognize them a long time. Any problems?
They're not aligned. I mean, baby, I'm from an boy. You're home to in a movie.
But you can also see, say, even with some of the statements from a foreign affairs minister, who said we are leaning a bit towards, Palestine in this, and then Palestine getting a statehood.
But see, we are also dealing with a party that is a social democratic party.
Yes.
And countries are almost believing in sociology. Friend is saying
social democracy.
Social democracy. Believe in communism.
98.
Socialism. Yeah, socialism. I mean, kind of say. Can I mean we kind of communist inferior tactics, and the NDC has been a party or more orientation, They go with China, they go with Russia, exactly. And yet too surprising, say, a might be taking such a stance.
Yes.
But what was the MPP's posture towards the East?
MPP at the time,
some of them were more
towards
the West, the right.
So the capitalist nations, they favor them a lot more because I'm center rights. But MPP, what I remember, they also had this non-aligned approach.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but then to Utimi who say it's very hard to tell because from the time I almost free office. Just last year, right?
This year, January.
A lot of things happened, and the government was not as boisterous as this government on these matters. Okay. The government was not taking steps like this government is making because
obviously because of orientation.
Yes, and also to just so that they don't muddy the waters and things. It's also an approach. As for foreign
policy, we spoke tough
on
Russia, Ukraine.
Yes, we spoke tough on that. Was a clear invasion. So everybody spoke against Russia. Almost everybody, I should say, because but so that was very easy to condemn. And of course, it goes with what most of the Western capitalist nations were also going. So of course, it was a very popular thing to do.
Sir, John Mahama Treaty in support for the Palestine nation. Implications be my
implications at this point in time, it's not the best for him to say or support it. And I'm not sure that he'll go and say that.
He'll call for a two-state approach
yes,
now.
Exactly.
Which is a neutral stance.
Yes, because in Kaseɛbɔ we also have relations with Israel, and they are good. We recognize Palestine a long time ago, and Israel are not faulting us for it, and we have a good relationship with Israel. We are written on to me Kokasa. No, I'm not sure. He's not a rookie.
Oh, let's see. He's not a rookie.
He's not a rookie.
He's an experienced man.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Africa. The Sahelian nations, say ICC, so they are withdrawing. First of all, my tier for Boyan Kakra, under what circumstance? Well, maybe let me put the question this way. How easy is it for a nation to say, Obeka say, may subscribe to ICC, may trim me home, and signal banner air Sunday? Is it because one, they are all military juntas? There may be excesses in their countries, human rights abuses near their there. And now say, Omunim say, Omuye military regimes in
98.9.
Omunyo Madrin say, Omu free power and they see into the future, say, Omo be trample upon Uncle for rights pa, and the ICC will be there to deal with them. Into any tree and free before then, so that to me be a near, so you beat my any pep. What's your reading?
My reading of it, and say, so first of all, no, my from NTS say, a lot of these organizations, you join voluntarily into any force.
Okay.
Into person, it's like that.
Okay.
And they have the power in their countries right now. Every country is sovereign. Into even the UN, it is everybody who has decided to join the UN and by force.
Yeah.
That is one thing. ICC knows though. It is an organization at 2002 now for me, and it is a lot of countries are signatory to the ICC and its conventions. However, interestingly enough, US is not a signatory to the ICC.
Democracy for campaigns.
Yes. Part of almost statements, almost I say, almost withdraw from the ICC. Almost I say, it is a neo-colonialism or neo-colonialist organization.
Okay.
Targeting many African countries. Rwanda as an example. I say there are so many issues of genocide going on around the world and things. And they don't seem to be as proactive as they are with African
countries.
And sadly, you have to agree with them a bit. You see, of course, I don't agree with the fact that free organization, but their reasoning, it makes some sense.
Yeah.
Because why is the US not part of it?
US in Swaya Nema Bibre, a broad African presidency, BIA, other countries.
Yes, there could be arguments that could be made about that. And even the fact say US is not part of it, it's a strong signal. They are trying to show say they are above the rules. Because I didn't now maybe a former Burkina Faso president should go and face ICC, and the former US president will not go and do that.
Because Ibiaka said George Bush should have been before the ICC.
Exactly.
Tony Blair should have been before the ICC.
Exactly. You see, and I also too, I saw an interesting stat. Like I say, out of the 33 cases before ICC, all but one involved an African country.
Oh, I see.
All but one.
Out of how many cases?
Out of 33 cases since its inception. Until when you 33 cases before the ICC.
Okay.
All but one pair.
Wow. Into 32 cases in Africa for Nkwa. But I could African.
Yes. Then why BBC neighbor?
That's a legitimate question.
Yes.
Also, because I say yes, yet ICC new for African leaders.
Yes. You see, of course. That
meanwhile, between 2002 and Western nations are almost kind of saying signatories to ICC. Have done a BIA Niama. China African leaders.
Yes. US no more call Afghanistan. Weapons of mass destruction. Iraq. Yes. Iraq war no.
Iraq.
Yes, Afghanistan. All those things. They have their reasons and all that, but as of today, Obiano say Iraq, there's nothing going on there. Exactly. ICC na but
what can say even though you may not agree with their decision? I didn't know what can I say?
Because I feel say accountability is very, very important. You say there are certain things. You say the last time I Togo I mean, I say the atrocities going on there they have not reached the level where other countries would like to step in. It's usually say Ghana God forbid, if you are not NDC government, almost like they say, Asante. That is genocide.
Yeah.
You see, with that, I like to say other countries will intervene.
Okay.
And try and stop the genocide from going on.
Okay.
And you're very likely overthrow the government. So that's 98.9. It's around the world, this rule-based system you're practicing, and even international law, your crimes are from just cogents.
Okay.
So like genocide and all that, terrorism. It's important to say perpetrators of those acts, they are brought to book. So I say people
and bodies like ICC are there to do that. In just say check excesses,
Exactly. Because
you free above the law.
Yes.
Nothing is checking you.
Yes, and you can't also always rely on more countries, the countries that they are dominating, to check them. So that's why you have to have the ICC. To make sure that
and unfortunately the ICC has not been too fair.
Exactly. And see, what right now we are calling for is like reforms to the ICC. They should be a bit bolder. I understand because US they are the biggest in terms of money fundraisers to the UN. Exactly. And a lot of these Western countries do same. They contribute the most to a lot of these UN organizations. And sometimes, when they are supposed to check them, to be check almost. In Africa, they say
now you them quote sponsor.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, who be in the business about sponsor to every month. Now, problem about the business one no better now bonnet.
Yes,
you lose business.
Exactly. And look, because
so their hands are tied.
Their hands are tied a lot of the time. I must say, they almost issue a warrant for the arrest of Putin.
Oh,
and Netanyahu also.
But
you see, because even the countries
but
that
it's
are
a
signatories,
bold step.
Yes, even the countries. But the problem is the implementation. Because even the countries that are signatory to the ICC, they don't enforce it. Because part of the rules they say, so we are signatory to the ICC. Now, Omoka said someone is under arrest. No, so about country, so we're arrested.
98.9.
But I mean, Putin has gone to a lot of a number of countries that are signatory to the ICC. I guess so. Even Papa Wilson, Netanyahu, and nothing has been done because it's not enforced. And also, too, there are so many things that come to play because over there, actually, the head of
and then security detail to
So
it could even be interpreted as
an attack on the sovereignty of yes. So all these things have to be looked at, the practicality of it, because it's part of the rules and
now then African leaders are this idea woman to me now so no more resist. I don't get it. Anyway, before the MOBO.
Yes, it's sad.
It's not a fair world.
Yes.
Togo
no dey.
Yes,
things are getting heated. But me feel say ECOWAS a bit too silent on this matter. I think say
ECOWAS a dianche do.
Yes. He's one of the darling boys of ECOWAS. He was part not on ECOWAS man say it should be the envoy to the AES Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. So you can see he has very good relations with ECOWAS, of course. As now our chains, of course, very, very normal. But beyond that, me feel say ECOWAS has to be a bit proactive in regards to, even because you say ECOWAS, they can't really change what is going on in any sovereign country. But some of these statements,
calling
them,
out,
yes,
it's enough.
It's enough. It helps exactly because UN, even though I wouldn't say their biggest sponsor, the US,
they call them
support.
Out.
Yes, they call Israel out. They call US out. And yes, you have to do it. 1 year, and then I be
we are dormant.
So I feel say ECOWAS has to be a bit proactive on that matter because. Clear, the very, very clear, and the people seem to be aggravated by it.
But Mami heard the potential of what
98.9.
Mami say not to sound like I support coups, but the human rights abuses in Togo. Nim how or tenant no fa ho die so o feel free o mem.
Yes.
Na mo wa soja for akuku na mo Togo. Mo nyina so to some extent mo ni mo freedom because we are soja new kra wo Togo a ho kasa about abemu o so ho hu ye. That is some level of restriction be there also. And the military in Togo empusu wo mo ho nya wo bibia, there hasn't been a cool attempt. We haven't seen any attempt to say bia obi pesu otu aban nugu. But this woman has been bold to tell the army, say they should overthrow Fonya Singbe. Is she not being the ass and 12 Togo? Because that's the way you encounter Togo.
Yes. It's
a bit near waking. Waking. So just be a moment if you are sad,
a bit me cause another problem also.
Okay.
Can open Pandora's box because say obi sakunu say na better than the same for nothing be a bedding. Because like they say, or yet Kunuria, I'm not sure say he returned the country to civilian rule immediately.
At least after some time.
Yes, that time also because remember that some of the country, I think is it Mali, Kunu see I think 2022 or 2023. I have something to be corrected. Up to now. You see, and most of them on buy and they say they are come to clean house, they come to make sure things are okay and return the country to civilian rule. But I said
I think I read today say Mali is making some moves like that to change the constitution to bring the to allow Sojaninu to run and stand for elections.
Yes, and these are some of the issues. Because power, absolute power corrupts
absolutely.
You see, the method all used to know. That's where the problem is. Because you may replace
but
a demon with
I
Satan.
tell you, but for some Togolese, the fall of the Nyasingbes is enough. The end of the Nyasingbes bebuawomo. Say another military ruler nebeba. They want a break from all these years of the Nyasingbes.
They in the years of a champion all year kun. I heard people were happy.
Oh yeah,
but people were happy from what you read. And now Omutu a champion, so people were also happy. Inti Usimu say a champion now became what he was speaking against. And because he was a military ruler, I want me to know sir. You see, so that's part of where the problem is. Inti me feel say the method now opposite yes, that's where the problem is. You should advocate a bit for maybe free and fair elections. Democracy is always the way. In TABR elections, if there are reforms that could be done to make sure, say, if she can drive up a movement. Yes.
You know, and for so ne baba nso afa no ye kokan ya wasemacho anyway yemfa nkomo ne nye ne fancy na yenko other matters. So what more na ebia ye je firi mu ayente ya na ya adwene ma so either on the continent or global.
As it stands now, I think in the US, after the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's killing, it has stirred up a lot of issues going on in the US, especially between concerning political violence and the growing rift between the right and the left.
Akwalabi ko enacte Charlie Kirk ne kele no you to no boy or yeah no concert or
and it's a black guy. Yes. It has brought us some of the issues concerning free speech because the Republican Party, the champion of free speech. They say, hey, free speech, because Charlie Kirk say there's nothing like hate speech.
Oh, okay.
That was what he said.
There's absolute freedom, power.
Absolute freedom. See, but today, because they're mimicking him.
You know how many times I say a student goes to school, or have video or social media, and or tries to be enacted the way I born to the way or talk from. Akwala ya idea I see you in a dear school.
Insensitive, but not to the level of
that's why a student. When you're a politician.
Exactly. But say it's an one in America right now.
Hey, God's own country.
Yes.
The land of freedom.
The land of freedom. So some authoritarian elements Kosovo. And even the last time now one of these popular late night show hosts, a comedian Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
I think
could be a
kakra and a FCC chair me say he threatened him. He's a regulator of more stations and yes I think they're communications minister. Yes to say I'm thinking like NCA exactly and they took him off air. I think he's going to return, but it stirred up a lot of conversations around authoritarianism and all that. And see, it's part of what is going on.
In fact, me who is our story and I'm saying, hey, this sounds very much like Ghana.
Yeah, yes.
I say,
third word.
As a Muncie 3, I are closing it down. Radio Good, I are closing it down. Anyone to me, I are closing it down. You know, I say, US of all places,
exactly.
Also, closing stations now.
Yes,
because we'll be. And in Kaseɛbɔ will be count. Adam, your fancy, and I mean, now I say, me sure say we'll catch up with you again.
Sure.
Now, what boy to also understand some of these things happening around us.
Okay.
And thanks for always being here to help us understand issues of
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
Well. I mean, co-break him, right?
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
A branded draw, see happy on wheels, Jumedia Cassia, every happy 98.9 FM. Yeah, the Bremo, Bakaya Hua, Nima, Medina Station, Yawada, 25th of September, 2025. If you know me, no Ekopim no, Sia, Bright, Nayanina, Yantanas in Koma, Edim Puntu, and Koso, ye your cancro, Eba Yam Potamu Ahudo, our bra. Yani MC and in Pennyfua, what can be a year, a journey for, a dropper for, any Obibiara, what can be a Twasumu, a Sinkunya, Naya Dinkomo, Maminka wo, said Dr. Zen Natural Deodorant, and Asiasi, one the Bahobi, Dr. Zen Natural Deodorant, a deodorant here, Obetimedia, your Motumu, a Rubian Kahun, and now soon, a man can be a mount, happy on wheels, and massage mediate, and pound, Kayo, say it, 25th of September, 2025, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Nima Medina Station. Be there, be heard. Happy on wheels. Your voice, your power. Your power.
Everywhere you go, Biko. For the friends and the family, Biko. Big refreshing moment, Biko. For the kids and the adults, Biko. Boys and girls with a drink up, Biko. Everywhere the party day, Biko. We go mash up the place with the Biko. Greatest in every battle, Biko. 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 Big refreshing moments.
Big old drink. Big refreshing moment.
Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say think funding before projects.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
98.9 FM, EpaHoaDaben Jumedi, and welcome back. Information just in, Extra. His Excellency the President of the Republic nominated His Lordship Justice Paul Bafuboni as Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Inti Niabetu President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 1441 of the 1992 Constitution, forwarded the name of His Lordship Justice Paul Bafuboni to the Council of State for consideration as Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Justice Bafuboni has, throughout his distinguished judicial career, served with diligence and integrity at the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and currently the Supreme Court. He has made invaluable contributions to the development of Ghanaian jurisprudence. He has earned the esteem of the bench, the bar, and the wider legal fraternity of his intellect, impartiality, and unwavering commitment to justice. His wealth of experience and long service on the bench render him eminently qualified for the high office of Chief Justice. His Lordship has been serving as acting Chief Justice since 22nd April 2025, as signed by spokesperson to the President, Minister, Government Communications, the Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofusu Emrashe Bejani. Niedemu ni se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nominati ana wapau ana wabodini ne onkoye Chief Justice after ye Justice Gertrude Tokono free akonya so. Na opani a mampani apau no se odini dia Common Council of State se omo consider no na omo hema omeye Chief Justice eye Justice Paul Bafo Boni 98.9 Samri krate fi aban mu ba e kira Justice Bafo Boni obi a wada na dwuma di soronko kwan so kra ewo ajagefo adwuma ni mu waye judge ewo High Court waye judge ewo Appeals Court waye judge fatisia no owo Supreme Court na 22nd April ena mampanin Paul no se onhwe akire emra yede Justice Tokono famra kwan so na yeyi no edi afri ho nti ono no beye acting Chief Justice amenei mampanin se Council of State nhwe na omoma ono emeye the substantive Chief Justice. The Council of State will deliberate omo esigina edin ne beko Parliament na Appointments Committee of Parliament and so atonsa frɛ Justice Bafo Boni na omo atoto na no avete no. Now I can imagine the vetting of Justice Paul Bafo Boni and the politics EBPMU was vetting. I just can't wait for that day to watch how proceedings ebeko, because we need the politics around the Chief Justice in the office in CC and the issues are ebeba up, and I'm sure say process I day Justice Tokono fa so nyina no will certainly come up in the vetting. Let's wait for that day and see how things will pan out. My memory on Facebook now or messages ni bi adiaba no menken kan bi fama. Earlier today, the New Patriotic Party Youth Wing a demonstration. Omo free demonstration is say yensuro ehunahuna demo. Na omo asem ne say NDC aban ba ye wachichichi MPP fo nko ade a MPP ni aye NDC ni so aye bie no na ya sign NDC ni no ho na yakɔche MPP ni omo se hunahuna no enya dia omusuro na emomo no mo kama aban no ne emu mpanimfo ene Ghana fo nyina te se ne yede ye wo mo enie well eno ehun komo edapono so a ene wie ye die Dr. Cadman Mills say ono no on sacrifice ɔman no yie die on the altar of loyalty say me ye NDC ni inti aban no etu anamo a emmoa man no kra na me soso o se no de ensi inti galamse asem no obekoso abo John Mahama chia till say what de policies ebetimi aso ano de aba a ebehu say improvement nso abemu ewe eno so da pono so a ye di eho enkomo Manuel Jesse say Bibi that President Mahama travel with her wife it is with his wife which her at the expense of Ghana, or the president traveled with his wife to the UN General Assembly. Obviously, the state paid for both of them. Minimninti abusasa question we pa. Justice Tokono 70. Paul Amenosoji or say NDC is the best experienced party for the future of Ghana. Yate said Opoku Sam or say good afternoon, baby. In fact, we're sitting on a time bomb. This is serious. God have mercy on us. Masawudu Kumase Bantama said, Dr. Baumia is the best suited and prepared candidate to lead the New Patriotic Party to victory 2028. I will urge all the presidential aspirants to campaign on issues, not on personal attacks. Or say hashtag I choose Baumia. Co-Mensa Pillar 2 said Galamsey destroyed our cocoa farms and water bodies, so let's stop it. Greetings to Hajia Safia. Enga Shama Basse, Yawo Abaimu, and so NDC die-hard serial callers and texters. Yayemo Bododo. Oh, sir, 9 months in Amayamo Boy. Oh, sir. Seth Antobam, essay 2028, our leaders, referring to NDC, should prepare because their families alone will campaign for them. Some of us, we the branch executives, have lost hope. And the party executives are being neglected. Well, interesting thoughts there coming through. We are waiting at MPP, Mebunu, yeah, demonstration. Edium who Etigu Montine so the petitions are hold and no more. Openia or ye third national vice chairman, the New Patriotic Party. Masawudu Osmanu o kasa o dwumadie na se na ono ankasa nso esimu eko demonstration no ebie Chama Masawudu timenka happy FM su ne memwa ha
digital mania
na oho ye
yame adom obadia adom me ho ye papa
na demonstration a mo ye ne abawie ye de na mamembusa ne mudisi manu su no mo achieve
the two no whether we achieve it or not, the idea in say let me hear demonstration no the idea achieve no yanya.
Whether you achieved it or not, I
said whether whether we achieve it or not, but to we the New Patriotic Party, idea achievement say we the police should allow us so that we present our petition. We march from the Obra spot to the to the headquarters of the police to present our present the petition IGP. From then to the court Jubilee House, Nemfa Bakuma president. The person achieve no. Also, we no cano. Ya achieve your goals.
Mo achieve mu goals to what extent say ya nchichi mu biemu ana say hunahuna na mo ye ho demonstration no ebi nsi biemu are there signs emma that assurance
the man me catch say ya achieve no ye de na ya mu say we should present the petition to them whether they accept other woman accepted the cano and now woman accepted the ya bagana for hunu the koso sa omo peni ye kra omo accept no now omo si omo accept Ghana for hunu the Ghanaians will punish them come 2028
demonstration ya mu ye munu anu mu be describe on say e politics e bia keke na mo pese mo ye mo nhye da ni asem bi a mo be ka kire Ghana for mo pe kwan bi so de ginger mo youth no ani mo base no because say eye ehunahuna any unjustified arrest anka ba bia wo se mo ko santokwa no eye within the courts nti ne mo ye de mo nua no bi ka say ke fit na mo koye mo pe kwan bi ginger mo base no o kan wasem sen
me say Ghana for nyina hun say MPP, and your party, and your group for party, and your concert party for party. A very serious personality normally contribute to form the New Patriotic Party. Now, you know, the petition, no, yeah, what say, and there, you and I know that. NDC need ka asem there. Or to be called free Bibianyano. But the MP the bina in the Fourth Republic no me pese me bisao. Government bina to me ko chichi TikTok. You know. I did the attempt what we are doing abra social media for Omundidi Akufo-Addo ado atem. What to say Akufo-Addo abra omuka say Akufo-Addo ku kura atukono. Omusi Akufo-Addo akoku ni yiri. Akufo-Addo nkasa ku ni yiri no ko wari Rebecca. This is allegation of murder. But Akufo-Addo onkasa omukochi atukono onkasa omukochi sami jamfi but sentale the radio station say Akufo-Addo numbi
Amun kase omun ko chibasentali. Oh. So all these things no na ye time yenim say democracy citizen is allowed to speak freely without fearing any intimidation or any violence. Our democracy is under attack. When the NDP speaks, it go free. When the MPP speak, it will be apprehended. Intina ya petition, but name example. Example, you say, Abrunye Kasaya say, oh, you will IGP, now you know form, now you know kind. Omodi Black Maria are amended for notorious criminals, treason offense. Omodi Black Maria abe convey way Abuya adeno call 2 cells more than 2 weeks. Oh, but Azoka Obia who video live authority minority leader. Me no kanu authority me amano nkum for kra assaulti me. NDC communicator authority anu don't pray live. Nana be live. Me no kanu there. No one of the NDC who threatened to kill the New Patriotic Party members has been arrested. Obi live TikTok no obi wura the live TikTok na ekasa ye. Ama onu kasa pie kura epa jaw say. Enya onu na say nipa no ka. But fund comedy, we want to be cheap fund comedy more than 1 week. No she sells for. Want to be presenter. Omuchiro akatetie otwra exams wiye no cop for the fee na omukochiro se Obama dia no ye o postie Facebook post keke omudi a police for na bia night for obeka say obi otati say obeku kura. So all these things today say no Abanwe or person wodi huna bi ni fear and panic be added to young for so the be say or yen in them of Bonikura the New Patriotic Party no yen to be in Kasa because Usro say Ukasa no me day no be picture now and not to the culture NDC say yeah as a New Patriotic Party so far as the Constitution of Ghana is concerned, no. We will not stop speaking today. We will not stop speaking tomorrow. So the person catch up and say, "Omu huna no, entimin ko bebia." Yan so omu huna nde. Yan so omu huna na chira. Na dia say, "Omu pie sa selective justice omu ye no." NDC kasa na ye normal, MPP kasa na ye boni no. Omu njai. And yes, sir, the youth of this country are looking at them. The workers of this country are looking at them. Ghana for to Obama NDC, the John Dramani Mahama. Upon a true Kaseɛbɔ omudi promises ebema Ghana for. All the promises omudi ma Ghana for no. Even one single promise. I want to be for failure. Now you are no mukasa no say dollar and there I want to be $1 cent. 24-hour economy ewahe. Akokon kitten ewahe. Abobo ya umusi ombeto ato walantin boot eto polytank ediman kwa no muko duanduano ewahe. Women's Bank ni umusi ombesi no ewahe. So all these lies no se sia no minu kano all it's almost one year no. Aka NDC 3 years. 3 years no. Omunya 1 year kan yeah the aka no nyina be election da. The bank NDC betima ya dia amande Ghana for betima kai omo. Because say ye ko presenti the petition e ma omo no. Ye do Jubilee House no. Na ma kai time dia. Ye see Jubilee House ye be commission. And then sa MPP ni bibia obobo stu o Ghana kra yetimi di yani yansa actual Jubilee House. Say Jubilee House na ji honom no. Very nice building in the West Africa. One of the 9 presidential seats Ghana MPP for Esima Ghana. In the history of Ghana, no, the only MPP let me hear Nema Kaseɛbɔ, let the current generation be benefiting and the future generation be benefiting. There, Uko Jamestown, that's a brand new fishing harbor. MPP na yeah.
Alaji, me no ka say me share mo video no, mo demonstration na mo any video no. Now I'm asking myself whether sa demonstration ya mo koye any more objective and na some way simo ni sunti am call demonstration. Me wonder say a popular amongst the youth of MPP ana. Because
popular.
Because me chairman nyabotema me. Say a big political party like the NPP youth wing. Essay omoye demonstration led by the national youth organizer, MPs in attendance, party national executives like your good self in attendance. Now, a mebuno amihunu womu video imua. It makes me wonder whether sasamwa esimu enisuno. It is the same thing resonating with mu youth no party nimu.
Me see youth no. Youth no who mu nyina our sad demonstration no. Kyerɛ sɛ nema wonu say before you be to a petition do. Ya hun nema bebre affect your youth no. Ama then ye pese ye protect your youth no because one thing person be catch us say 80% of our youth today they are on TikTok. And today you can't deny the fact that TikTok is one of the biggest platforms in Ghana today. The youth used to do politics.
See, on what TikTok is into no mind remember them no.
Tell me.
It's you.
Obi say youth to do obey kasa. Na u attack obey kasa obey use TikTok kasa. Na u chino there. Say ye demonstration. Na ombe jone. Na mino minim bebi a wo hwe na ebi wo ba say youth no bi mba ya na be youth no there. Omo pie pa media mi hwe ya no there. Youth no pie na. The second is winning propaganda. Omo di propaganda to youth no say NDC for abai no omo di nsuo hia ba omo di ombebo
Elalaji
bebre awuram so ama binimu kura aye skete omumbra embeye demonstration enti na wo hasa yampanyefo no pie ye say momunti obi a omumpie na demonstrate na fire anger no entire government no.
Now Alaji, I'm just watching a video right now and in fact I am looking at Nkwada kids, when you youth, or when you mebunu, Nkwada pa ultimately say we dia be 13 years and now 14 at most. And ya ba kwenye mienu and utie in common journalists in your media, they don't even appear to know why they are there. Almost say you be catch almost say omu meeting. Mo ba say Nkwada about demonstration go.
Anya no kure.
Enye no kure so mo ye Nkwada na enye no kure se mo ba say.
Me see yambasi obia. Ebi wuna uko piki baby a esutu na u kasa. Uko piki baby a yawo de na u pesa u kasa. Acha me say u piki baby a yawo de na u pesa u kasa. Enye sa u kasa youth under 12 years. So mo nyina Obi were 12 years in there. And now we are 13, 14 years in there. But 2028, now I do say what to about. So they are all youth of the country. Now, why Yambasi Obiawu, Yama announcement say yaba obi a ohun say NDC nema na anya ne dey. On pie embeka ho na demonstration. Me no wagidie say ta pie no say ye party headquarters for kwa nipa 10 kura na kuta petition. Ya mimi say yamfa petition no ko present my IGP ni the president at Jubilee House no. And in your main priority. So we are there. Whether journalists be who say almost 5 years, almost 10 years, our priority is to come out, agitate, demonstrate, and petition the IGP, petition the president, the way and the style they use to arrest our people, they used to attack our people, put fear and panic to our people, the rumble style of arresting, the illegal arrest of arresting, the wrong way of arresting. No, and no, I can say, yen tia de yen tia. So, me phone say even you to look 10 years grand on by every one of uns media me who say go for pie because the beer me gina kasano, me shama nim. Me won the end. Me share my key. Me won the end because that told me that we confirm paper. But me nim video call who share now bisa will question me.
Well, I like video. Me no ye video. Me colleague obe reporte. Ewo jumedie say it try or the buy in free baby free demonstration I say. Well, Alaji, mami fancy hana me na wase enwumre ni mra wanya ma ene nchichiremu ade aba. Yo, me da so papa.
EpaHoaDaben nti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Alaji Masawudu Osmanu eye third national vice chairman Emma the New Patriotic Party. At the demonstration in Komoni Bini.
Have you joined the demonstration? Bye. You have a reason. You have a reason for joining the demonstration?
I don't hear.
You have a reason for joining the demonstration?
Demonstration? Yeah, I'm a buy a man that say you have a demonstration. I'm a see a man means. You have to know more the end and no more. You know that you are more demonstration. So I'll be say I know the back.
Okay. No creno, baako pe.
EpaHoaDaben nti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Citizen Atodadzi General Secretary Emma GCPP Amanyuko watena se. Mema Nana Ekuamu Abuating, member of the MPP communications team so Akwaba ononso ajeneja. Of course, Haruna Amaleba enso waha representing the National Democratic Congress. Gentlemen, mema mwajuma mwakwaba.
Bibi.
Great. It was a long weekend. Eh?
Yes, it was.
Now, Citizen, Winisec for Atade Nashe. Winneba Old Students Association. And then homecoming because one.
Oh, Bibi, Rabbi Minchio.
Majodo.
Minchia, Minyanoma, na Inchia Yeti from people. Winneba Old Students Association. Yes, you know, every year, an annual Dona Hammond Memorial Lecture.
Okay.
On chair Nazi Kwame Nkrumah na woda yekake na Kwame Nkrumah ehwe n'edwuma so na oye ma o man Ghana na 98.9 ade cross a mu hu de Kwame Nkrumah na oyaze wo wende otum hwehwuma yi obi a ohun de me impe mi yi na me adwumpo a mowo mitimpo a mowo de mapeda ma Ghana bokọ no do otum yi nkofo so a wo share that vision to help him achieve it. And one of those people was Honorable Alfred Jonas Dona Hammond. Na the more penny na Kwame Nkrumah suma no ko Winneba. Don't call Bobo bebu na wa so the work high school. Don't call Bobo one because abrofo no kwa no na there bebu no when you hwe a warrior addition sama ya tete. Na wo ko school actually ko we chi. Nti bebre na wona akechiri. Nti ono na onemu an order to Winneba Secondary School.
Okay.
Nti Dona Hammond, your friend there, or our founder and the first headmaster of our school.
Okay.
Even though in a way, it's like Kwame Nkrumah founded the school because he wanted the school there, and he used the owner. And he made this man represent the Hutu constituency, which became the Futu constituency.
Oh, so later Obeye MP.
Yes.
I see.
So he represented the Hutu constituency.
It was CPP for Tekeswana. Wow.
Into the school was founded in 1949.
Tenamo Kaino.
Ochina.
Okay.
On Wednesday, 5 p.m.
Okay.
Ewo Kwame Nkrumah ICT Center. Kofi Annan ICT Center, close to Ministry of Communications and Parliament House. Yeah, the annual Dowuna Memorial Lecture. And this year, the theme is the 14th edition.
Okay.
This year, the theme is on indiscipline in the senior high schools.
Oh.
We are looking at the
topic
the
is
causes
apt,
and the remedies. Bibi Oyehu.
If
you say senior high schools, what we try second. And then share TikTok video Misafa mo fama kamba where we are. What's our worry for so we are coming for them. And Bibi, where the BOUC? I don't know whether it's appropriate. Us we go for academy.
Send any patwa. Any patwa. Any patwa.
And Bibi, I was shocked. There. First, and then ya abroad. Can you maybe one pound for Yusuma?
Yeah.
But now they pick
and social media,
and then they are happy to take it and share.
They flaunt their stupidity.
Exactly. So we think there should be a national conversation that we should have.
And I mean, they went to ya wouldn't you. Hey, come on, listen to me. Went to ya wouldn't at least. Well, also to me, he bears 200. Went to ya wouldn't need. So we the draws of Cronimsi. I call out when the draws of Cronimsi.
It's scary. No, it's scary. It's scary. So I think it should be a national discourse, and that is why Winneba Secondary School we had decided that those students this time, as we are remembering Dona Hamon, we want to use it as a topic for us.
I like the topic,
and it's a public lecture. Anybody
it's free.
We are able to miaba. Obaswa we are your networking session.
Oh, okay.
Nominate it's free. It's open to everybody. It's a public lecture. Just be there from 5 Beyond that, we want it out there.
Okay.
There to them is my abba free to like your advocacy on
single-use plastic
and all that. It should be added that yes, because these are our future. And if we can't deal with them now and ensure that there is some form of control and a true transformation through education. Exactly. You could see that there's some refined. But now the kind of transformation we are getting
negative
from there is something that we should pay attention to.
Guys, but you have to help me with my advocacy on single-use plastic because we are in fact my friend a time bomb will be because bomb on there I detonate in me say enyandu kromu yentini yehunu say ade bi asi. It is estimated said there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish by the year 2050. It is not far from now. Joyce, for Saturday video na me kutwa o Accra Central no Central Business District of Accra fatu suna man for here. We need a policy to regulate single-use plastic. Now, we are no way fishermen now omo draw omo net no. Omo we ni omunya free mu no. This is Central Business District of Accra. After the day's trading activities. Ne uhunu bia rubber. Ne uhunu bia single-use plastic. Question is
where is it going to
where is it going? It's a say AM Babe Prametiasia. Now, Robert Necoin. Enco Pro. Empro, and then you see a question, and then you say your quaco recycle. Yet the quaco good ball announced now from Anna Sandy Abacrum. Gutters end up in the ocean. Anyway,
it's sad.
It is.
Maybe now is the basket eco market.
Yeah.
Now the napkin
egudo.
You understand?
I've been preaching this.
But now we walk to the market or the shop and the kind of robbers beyond even going into the business, go into people's house.
Yeah.
In fact, the whole store room is rubber.
Rubber.
we are heaping it.
Yeah.
Na say if you do yenya rubber nti yenya ball like kana dey gum na yakoto achiche na yakoto achiche. We think it's something to help us. I think that we need
guys and watch this. Where you fishing net fishermen ako draw. Now the rubbers are competing with the fish. Into United Nations projection 2025, you know, it is here already.
Yeah.
It is here already.
It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really, really.
Nanabe Kemi.
Happy FM 98.9.
It's very unfortunate, sir. The AC, and it. If you look at it, if you look at the trend, it is growing day by day, year on year, and successive governments have all failed in that quest to sort of
find a solution.
And I think some time ago, I don't know whether it was last week or two, BB said at some point in certain governments be try pose a more banning plastic, especially the career bags in the
John Mahama Part 1 attempted it.
And of course, I think Akufo-Addo government too tried, and all it didn't succeed.
They attempted. They actually did not ban.
Okay.
Nkomodie Koso.
Good.
John Mahama Part 1 came close to banning it. Mahama Yarega was the environment minister at the time. And Pesame can't same way, so that we put it in perspective. Ministry of Information, omo press conference room hono. Ena of friends emchirofo nyina. Ena obe announce the deadline omo diama plastic manufacturers. Say by that time, abai ebe bane single-use plastic of a certain
certain grade B.
Certain grade B. And they all the category was to say banku robe ni ade chichire nkatie ni ade chichire gari ni esichire any yen carrier bags more high easily etugu no. Obey sa announcement
biodegradable.
No, they're not
degradable. They're not biodegradable.
Like
me kamba 2 weeks after obey sa announcement no and no san buy back ebeka say omo kan so ma ban ni emu omo ni stakeholders coding komo no. They have had a second thought. They are now asking the plastic manufacturers to say omo rubbers no biodegradable.
Yeah.
And he gave a deadline for that as well. Nothing has happened.
And I think Akufo-Addo government too also made similar expression. Say you be use biodegradable plastic bags, but Nina emse omuka wia na jama enwano no matu akoda as to whether they will be able to carry it through. And Bibi said one kasa wonim ye politics ya ye. And yes say yentimi nye de e fata de ye ne fata and yes say de fata nkwa de ye ne fata. But share ye politics ya ye de. Me kasi me sometimes me on my na me yam me for the future of this country, because politics are creeping into every facet of our life. Say government is not so no person or ye bibia a ye ma or mine. Ubon say selected few and uncle for kitwe be now more benefit from or mono. Ebekwa koshe they'll go and hide under the a certain political party, and mostly opposition for party opposition party no pan na omukoshe okay say maybe nanka Akufo-Addo.
But you know, sir, on this issue of single-use plastic, it hasn't been politicized. Politicians didn't for muhunji mu yet.
No, it is because
introduce politics by force.
The reason why I'm saying this is because I foresee that when it gets to the implementation, that is where they will raise their ugly heads.
This is what I have realized. Nemehuni say, politicians say kura to me.
Happy FM 98.9.
Say omubeko hard on plastic manufacturers. because they have been lazy to create jobs. Omadwene ne say, hey, e bane a nkofo adwuma bebo mo, nkofo nya adwuma nye, nti ene ye hwese ne kwan be fa so be
the conversation no say ade papa bia ye nim se beboa oman no bia no. Say government of the day no e kaso o take certain steps bia, then opposition comes in. Because for me I'm just trying to expand it because say last time in my example about rice where you say Nigeria, a whole Nigeria 10 times bigger than Ghana. Crampon mutimi omo rice omo nuane rice omo kase dua omo banning importation of rice. Ye kasi ye no what happens? MPP kaso ye no what happens? Sisi amike ne 98.9 John Mama kasi o sa policy na ye kasi ye be implement say ye put there it was in phases ye kasi ye be reduce importation of rice.
Shall I stick to the plastic conversation
I'm
for
coming,
me?
because I'm just trying to broaden the scope.
I want us to stay on the plastic matter. Don't broaden it for me.
I get that.
Please.
So as I'm saying, say the papa biano. Why? So I started almost started with the implementation now. I'm not saying say MPP will do this this time around, knowing the impact, the environmental impact. But nonetheless, yes, even in terms of this galamsey, see him say galamsey in yet.
I see, my brother. Sorry to cut you in. I think the commitment all of us should have. It's like I like your posture. What you are trying to say is that sometimes the people who are involved, so like the plastic manufacturers in the day, they have money.
Yeah.
They also control employment. So the government, because they know they're in question, okay, if government is banning us, we are going to lay people off. Opposition can come in and use it there. Government, there's unemployment. But it takes you and I to commit that we will not politicize this. We have a plastic issue that can kill all of us. It's even if my party decides, and a plastic manufacturer decides to use my party as a yardstick, I will stand against it. That should be our individual commitment. And we, the individuals, make the political parties.
Exactly.
So if I have an individual commitment that I will fight single-use plastics, devoid of anything, even if my father has a company, that does that. Bread butter bread. I will do everything to go against it. That is where we can see improvement. But it looks like sometimes our commitment is like a dasical. I'm sure.
That's always been a challenge.
Because like what you are saying, yes, it's an issue. How do we deal with it?
And I am saying, say, even when on crown, because one can say, yes, galamsey, yeah, affect yenina, sisiano.
Maybe galamsey so as a substantive topic. The last time President Mahama had the opportunity to talk about sanitation, pollution, he identified one other canker apart from single-use plastic, which is the styrofoam. Yeah, take-away pack. And he made that bold announcement, say, "Yeah, be banning." In fact, I may ask someone to about single-use plastic, and also a big problem. Styrofoams, also a big problem, But since we can't see a be banning, no, we haven't heard of any roundtable discussion to look at the ways a bit more fashion to deal with it. The ministry is not coming up with any matter, and it boils down to the political commitment and the will.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In Pembe, politicians don't even look at that. They look at how do I win votes, and they can come. Galen say, Obi make his statement. We say it will get to a point we will import water. Now me feel say a way but central region is it Gomua side about 4 constituencies since yes 2 weeks in Omuninsu.
Yeah.
It's one of the MPs over the, was it yesterday or so?
I'm around the table, bro.
Yeah, na me tie MP no almost say almost better in so free wager. Ne de akọ esro no ho. Nti Sesi ano no almost started
where internal importation ahyase of water very well.
Nti me dey say saa dem nneɛma ehu hia no yɛn try say you be dealing with it holistically devoid of politics even crampo say me dey make sure say sene maybe anka omampani dada Akufo-Addo kasi even if it will cost my seat na obe fight sadi way na sesi anka yewura John Mama abasu ya sesi a or seven ne full term only campaign bia like only election bia when ni
politics ni order do
think offensive ni so say at least or kun atia sadi way me sure say eno be the only legacy of between the Ghana for
me that say one of the things I've been preaching say in the absence of a policy or a national plan as individuals you finding ways you be reduce single use plastic you use to you be refuse and now you be reuse now I'm saying say and they know koto aduane a for chance nko instead so be kwakwa jego rubber mu dia be fie oko marketer go with your basket and now say obepe a particular reusable bag ade be koda bia kudidwa okoto koko a at least every morning so him so be to cook to flask a wo de be to cook de bia
me dey say at least if there is this there are certain things you can't control how the masses behave but that or even if you can it will take quite a long time the only thing that government bet me aye ni money and say or the impose sanction on the producers and obey direct say from henceforth they should start producing biodegradable plastic.
Okay.
Obu design no bar and no buy na see when
well in some countries like Rwanda 6 hours from Ghana tuntum to say they just came from genocide. They have banned it and their economy is not in shambles.
Bibi,
there is no biodegradable.
Duty-free rubber now was in Yamashimo. In Rwanda, they will take it and you buy $50.
Yes.
$50.
Bag.
A bag.
Paper bag. Yes. Uto ticket and so ko Rwanda. Ni send no message. Make sure some for rubber bag and come home. The economy is working. Abanleba.
Commitment.
Single-use plastic.
Yes, I fully associate myself with the campaign.
Yeah.
And we will do all we can. The little bit mine say they be access to microphone. So we be to send the message across. There's member substantively to the issue, no. But Bibi, yes, sir. Mamenda Dazi and then the guys in us organizing this lectures.
Okay.
Once again,
in discipline,
yes. In the topic, and I'll come to the topic. But let me deal with it briefly. Celebrating people like this man, for instance.
What's the DNA then?
Dona
Hammond.
Alfred Jonas Dona.
Okay. Men can say, and my kai near binum ayatrim.
Okay.
It also gives us the proper appreciation of Ghanaian history. Any individuals are almost standing out during their time when the duty for national service called.
Yeah.
Okay. And not just that, but they serve with distinction.
That's true.
In my life, my motivation is say Chinebi bana mi niwa. People should read about me somewhere. You get that? And the Ombe Kanya family should be a little contribution I also made from the small energy and couple of their mammy. And I was sick of you say, because of Anamon way anyway, me 2 yenti. Or minor Edison Faso, of which helping to remove Akufo-Addo government have also been one of my contributions in national life, which I believe Semi Wunda, NDC, in reading my tribute, definitely will remember. They will remember that. Now, in Tukabi, a course were online, which does it, Eric on briefly. Now, I don't think a lack of discipline in the schools in a produces a way. Number a national level. Not only isolated to the schools, but the national level.
But you say, Subai and your schools, Munkwana,
a national level.
Okay.
Me can baby say, ye chia grada, and I say, Jelum say, net no see a dinka crack. You observe that?
No crack.
A jelly agrada, net no see a dinka crack.
I'm for a steady.
Net no see a dinka crack. Ye were a maya be o crum ha, sabi. So mo de bema ase, and no ba anem. Ebejina ho man graphic me kind pictorial view and the kind of descriptions some modern manner. Oh yeah, awofo na wo tie sansem we a we am show ma oba. We am show ma oba.
Yeah.
Say, you know, sabi you ete ye nyini kakra, ye nyini de be ye ni so fi kakra. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, who dare you? So I boss are the way. But because of social media, and people are being largely influenced by a normal they think are normal, especially where there are no objections. But some my ya omo head here. Omo body can tan. Enti abaye amamre bia o ye babunu ne na won fa ho rasa di wasa woni mie. Na mesra ofo say ye ma ye ni konoma bi ho enkwala yi hwensem na mkekan ya I was sad go me wo fa se 40 say omo a what if me wo fa se no nkoka ho how will I feel that in the family you produce bibi say nkwala bi say and don't forget bibi okay 1st May 1964
Debbie
when Kwame Nkrumah was addressing the TUC our Accra Sports Stadium. He mentioned those things.
Oh, really?
And lack of courtesies in Ghanaian youth far back at that time. And Nkrumah bemoaned that these youth are the mothers. In fact, he even lamented about the kind of dress and Maya was office they don't even have the courtesy to say welcome or thank you and all of that. Nkrumah bemoaned those things. And he said, these are the mothers of the next generation. Now Kwame Nkrumah come on some. Some Maya way are the mothers of the next generation, and they think they seem to forget. Let's have video way. What if that you be your mampini be
regret?
Now you're butcher. How will you feel?
Ebe du bi kra no ko ware obi e be ko ni social media.
Ebe ko social media.
O yere na de no so be ware no misuma on social media out saying. Na say na wo koye wo kopa adwuma. Uti interview room ho na no. Na ya call o social media page to check your
profiling or post
your friend or internet viewing habits.
Okay.
And yama ko internet no so akoye. But this time around social media.
Okay.
Internet no some employers insist say apply for the job for social media handles
come. Yeah.
To before abeba interview no yakọ hwe niam a wo ye wo
da.
Na ya hwe say obetimi represent the values of the company here na.
Yeah.
We've gotten there. Abroche ni nyina ya check
sani. Bibi enye no mabone pa ni kwa say yeso so. Na o plastic ya wo kun de bibi. O say ye pebre pa si wo. Na si e be street walk. Idea activated the conscience of the nation towards it. We have to do that.
Yeah.
One of the courses I mean reading in school as a student of law, environmental law. And environmental law is one of my favorite courses in the school. You get it? Now, so we share the scope of environmental law. You get to know that the environment, living in a healthy environment, is a human right.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a right.
It's a human right.
Yeah.
And a noise pollution and other forms of pollution are not allowed.
Yeah.
Not only that, you see, so when you say, "Minu ina tifie," and I say, "Ote montana pese oto badin obebon yomo be da," you have to inform your neighbors.
Yeah.
All this,
and even after that, you must make the noise to a certain level.
Certain limit, and you don't go beyond time. Awodiama. So now, daytime obi timi sesan yura no aboabo no de jatum.
Yeah. No we see obi adem. We see ko obi adem na mabam obi ate ase say it is actually a human right to live in a clean environment.
Exactly. It's your right.
Obi ye bribi emma won environment in cleaner. You have every right
exactly
to raise issues.
Exactly. I don't think I want to make later on thing.
Because I affect you.
Look, okay, I said I want to motor, you know.
Yeah.
What's East Legon overpass now? Oh, there's a Sprinters overpass. Unse otra ko enim kakra bi na to boot no no. Otra to boot na unse ni faso. Na enua pi yes yo.
Yeah.
98.9. Come na man say why don't I go to court and injunct the contractor and the government
from felling the trees?
In fact, for the court to order them to replant the trees.
Okay.
Okay. Say the matter to you ko baby akodua before o met my kwano dan so between you na gu. I say man so ya me ko twe obi ko
na wo hu ska.
Oh. And I did be a posing threat to the environment, poses a collective threat to our survival.
Yeah.
And nobody should allow that. I mean, Ghana kwa me yemi wanwa. Bibi, in this 21st century, it also use plastic. So me call marketer, uni madia me de ko.
Baby.
Me wo me bag go fia me de ko market.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yes. Me wo me bag go fia me de ko market. And ti bibia me and I will make sure so wunyi adia e be your rubber there.
Yeah.
Ideally paper no fa chiche ma fa chiche. So say me call market ko me timi hwehwe me wo A4 me can say that's A4 envelopes ni bi. Brown envelopes. Ewo demo me yi the count. So we have to go to paper bags than the polythenes. In fact, few food vending restaurants, few restaurants, let me say to some extent, many of them are using plastic bags to package food, deliveries, and I think that is something worth emulating.
Yeah.
And I best say, a buying super man and I abonnet to I stand to believe saying, if had not been the unfortunate and timely demise of Rabu Mutala, sector minister, probably Kasa conversation no kakune So ABR that sector no have a substantive minister in ABR as one Mampinika. This one I'm just assuming. And I believe so Mampini epe aso for fraud no kotena no. Sa jumadi no be 200 amona they all say anything. But we fully agree with you. And we support the campaign and support it with all the force it deserves.
Madam, I say some of them are not to move na mubi tu anamon in accordance and so na na ya boa na yati environment no clean. Maritime Authority for started some campaign I think yesterday I heard them on one radio station. Omo kase in fact what they are picking from the ocean plastic car ocean me po ni mu no. I mean, woko beach na usumia na rubber be fa kon. We yem timi shuba for aboa bi na ebi a attack wana bribi, you know, and it is not pleasant at all. You know, to the extent that plastic, you know, and yes, I choke your gutters keke o, and a fairly epunumu.
No.
Livestock.
Yeah.
Goats, sheep,
cattle, yeah.
Out of this.
Yeah, you are right.
I have shown a picture of
right.
Obi an aponchi, o say aponchi no, oya anu atwahwe. No se me ponchi nso dooso. Meni ni otwahwe nko veterinary because ebi an yare a ebe abeside.
Okay.
I no dey no call veterinary for no na. Mo fi aboanom se no, something is going on in the stomach.
Wow.
Tomo ya aboa ne surgery. Wini ma di omo yi woni ye.
Robertson ko.
Black polythene bags no. Omo yi mako 24.
Imagine that.
Ni nyina bontoa Joyce ayi de Jimaima omo yi mako 24 fi aboa ne yem
say indigest
oh and aboa ne namo anu atware aboa ne namo anu atware
na ni rasa say e bi omo de chichen nam papa kaka ho
sa enchini wo aponchi
and oberis is here
nkrama nyina eye wo
yes
na no sala omo yeye na no sala say omo yeye na ntwi abakuku no omo se na yem no mkoyi ye I've shown the video where are my ladies. Betty said console.
Wow.
Rubber pa na iron tangle na I sharp one yam na yam ekutu. I was a one di amen.
Oh.
Anyway.
How are we doing this?
Let's get to today's issues and deal with them. And then MP before Youth Wing Year press conference. On the phone a while ago was our third national vice chair. Na Ochechimo say to the extent so moment media petition their demonstration is successful. the point is that omunso ehunehuna then they will not countenance it. No asemba kwa ya dwendwene ho na yahwe the galamsey fight na Dr. Kadman Mills say fi say obeka galamsey ho asem a obo mahama echi kakra party fo ni bi kasa ena obi a wo party wa ba mu pa na otobo ba park so saa no ena wonya loyal what's loyalty what loyalty says saying or say loyalty does not mean silence on NDC's failures. And that obekoswaka because the policies are by way they ba is not what to solve the problem. And it goes against and semini bi omokaye. Also related to the Galamsey fight is the just ended demonstration by Democracy Hub, pressing home their demand for the end to Galamsey. The call for a state of emergency. President said, "Oh, you're reluctant to do that." Ochirichiri mu no, na say your avenues bebre a yebetimi dey see ano kwan. Ye exhausted avenues in the state of emergency is not ripe. Osanso say first na gold bo enyedin. And a gold bo akosoro amansendwa so. Den etimi Galamsey ntamusa. Osi yen santo gold bia say Galamsey gold o a regular gold or yento. Can we stop Galamsey with this direction? I a president in far now. But there is a bigger one the government has done. Stationing soldiers over the 44 identified districts at Galamsey a endemic. How far can this go in solving the nation's problem with regards to Galamsey? Omampeni for the Efutuama MPP say intra-party rivalry be cost you more 2028 victory. Ombetia no muntie. Ewie nso vetting koso the den of the 5 flag bearers and 5 flag bearer hopefuls of the NPP our party headquarters. Ewie na ebehunu ne wa qualify ne disqualify no. Eni e kira sem. Nana me sha sem free ho.
Okay. Madam CBB, topic ide.
Me topics no.
Oh, sorry. Topics in emotion.
So what you should back where you're the parent.
Oh, exactly. Of course, BBF. Me part who they are sometimes. Yeah. Dr. Bamiasu Ebedemusa and I just say young Konkwa.
Matthias.
And before semester starts, me fan check Emma. Nana Hinkan, Mr. Goffred, Yim, Adudona Fenner, Nana Hinkan, the golden boy, or Kiddy.
Or sounds here Daching
Hene, so Daching Hene, or Kiddy constituency. Was a BB Mitchell say December be our organizing programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, say December way 25th December, you about organizing program be a friend. Xmas Impact Festival. 2025.
On your number MP na ontimi mu academy time.
Sir. Yeah, sir. Nyameti see there. Ebebe so.
Yanko anymore.
Makasa wi so medin cha kese so be ma yewra Jombodu adwen kese or president be national chairman. Obe general secretary no obi animu djuma boy. It is only fair say yeah the chairman already no ofi like obi be contesting no g position if in same no obi ehu de o lose ya pe ene MPP so lose ye seat no it is say na de bibi edu no ehia say ye be fa experienced person obi a
just include na democratic position
na enyo me see John Boyd we lose ye na party no so lose ye because ono no dent na efe na adwen kese GFK friend adwen kese
anyway yanko anyway Paul Afoko said he's considering running for chairman again.
Who?
Because Paul Afoko because a party for the friend so omra back na ordine ho
open baby ntra na ono nya fiance na yama amnesty no so be position
ko anyway
ti bakasa wie no so na te say yewra Dr. Baumia this feeds into topic vetting no yes Dr. Baumia so ebe call it there ene minim siswa we wie ne there na afi na oba be so there me de minim se nkunim die ne there ne there ti vetting so there me sure say ono kwa na be da so number 1 in terms of marks no kra obenya on ebe toss first you cop primaries no so in fact me hope say number na obefa no so be cop number first number 1 winning the tbia no primaries no be winning ne o winning wie so a na chese kwan mu ada ekwan mu eda ho say MPP ye be kwa clinch onto victory 2028 enti His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enyume me chiao now me boy Remano no
wo mu de da
me boy Remano no topic ni kwa mu dia na me fan start first okay em say say we need the mechanical me fan say vetting no
no the was working we
oh yes I know there Inti
more demonstration there is galamsey on the table. Let me hear you.
Okay. So demonstration so there me bone tell. Demonstration me aseme and then I'm very busy because na ke aseme kobi na me so me ko demonstrate against this incessant attack on our democracy. TSCC and freedom of speech is no longer constitutionally guaranteed rights for everyone. Under this present government and under this present IGP, it doesn't appear to be so. And I am particularly worried about that. Say, do your time, you know. You be afraid, Nanado say, or I'm saying those adjectives now what they describe Nanado say or you be a on ye or on pese obetie we obi kasa obi nkebi like democrat or bibia near just say or ye a democrat friend tyrant. And so yeah, within this space of 8 months, and even by extension 9 months, it's been characterized by say yakasa uko kasa sisi na chese ye unya kasa bi na ne ya bechi watum na you share nema sisi wo Ghana and ma sometimes air time the kind of injustice that you face see ye fan say me boni am NDC ni be dinu me could this aboni be there me ye me even cry yam fan even at that same time say onu this aboni we na me cast me this aboni here ye be giant this in one ni aba be me e de make up why selective justice why and I feel no so police no they should understand say it's an institution omono omojuma na omoye no emra so and guide you on what to do. So if you want to be seen to be fair, at least by your deeds, it will let us know. Say obi bibi. Yen fan say anka satami swe alaji NDC omo first vice chairman na oko atake Azoka. Senka MPP ni ene koye if uflepo sa kwen na anka we sure senka at that moment nke ya nchi no. But on a month after police for moma yeti asese sisi ano yechi obi a ombe the mark shot ombe publishing mark shot no the only thing ombe ya ni say ombe blare nipa nenim kakra but edu NDC for so a won say na rules no different yechi NDC ni a publishing the mark shot trying picture mpo no mark publish mark shot no try sa mark shot no but MPP there they will be in hurry. In fact, try we company da NDC station. No more publish cry sana police for release press official press. So all these things is bibia encourage kamima minkabi. Say yen kasa no are we not worried say freedom or freedom ranking and my friend say press freedom ranking. Good. Since journalists for scrampo attack him.
Over the next 1 minute too.
Hey. And how many minutes in Puna Mami na? Nti said Americano. A demonstration me feel senka ese eye more na ye fama amansan nyina hu say this is what is going on in this country Ghana because anka freedom of speech na ye guarantee under your constitution no is heavily under threat makasa wi no so no na galamsey ana me mfa galamsey ne kan na
anyway mami
en ni nyina kan na 1 minute no
and that's what start fee baby
boy
what start fee baby
anyway nti
so we ni ntemu a no bi nso aye bi no bi aye bi na we nya extra na wasan ba back
nti ndem me bonitewe galamsey asem yi de na ne kan akwaye bibie wo ho anka ye bibia ensese nka edi ye politics enso NDC for no ene dane no politics to the extent say yen last time na nanado oba abam 2017 na eno o kaso or the presidency beto one of status of fighting galamsey within I think April eno or way or banning small scale mining pool ye banning small scale mining for 2 years na omunko mining ye hu se na yenso no eti hwan asa na pressure ne by say ye left sa ban no ye left ye no they started say putting in measures no and the 2020 election mu ohon mu so na NDC for of emergency and anyame on pe boni ye lose abano maba betna kunyan mu for since January 7th to September September be kon wie na mutimi declare state of emergency o mampani mama bekasa menti a o se ehwe sika onya fi yenya fi gold mu dia enya dia obetimi fight galamsey no
enya dia obe declare state of emergency
and I said the state of emergency
no fight galamsey
the state of emergency no was
purposely to fight galamsey
oh boy na enya no ana omunkofo na ka chen say ye declare
ya ba wo person ka say o se ontimi fight galamsey
it's a
state of emergency and na on declare necessary. Let's be fair to the facts.
Me say John Mahama but the literal meaning is say galamsey na sika munya free galamsey nti omutimi en fight galamsey no. That's essentially what he meant. Enti say ye behwe galamsey sika ye nya fi mu no as against human life. Nti so china Oma galamsey no insuo no kunkum kofo bebre na fe hwan mu na ombe rule Ghana.
Okay.
Iti mesre Yera John Dramani Mama ese sesia no
na we
as it stands now no there's no legacy only legacy bia
na so we
oh boy ona se odi kan bada nti yesi uni mewu ahwe na in fact na some or sa press
9 months na busa ne legacy
oh boy na first one kwa ko sisen nti me dey me patch say we nya ne legacy
oh boy
on dey oma we nya ne legacy say at least obi baye otimi ekun galamsey
okay
because nanado time no
nana me time
so ye ko galamsey no ku kohwe insuo some of the water bodies na na first na ye heavily polluted no there's evidence to that effect say ye nanado
nana ku amabo ati time so
me see nanado me to kwa na odisi galamsey no so
no beto time na ye 101 ene beboa
na mo see na me nko amale baso na
iti me pese Ghana for enya ntuase na ye hwe say no crese state of emergency no be declare because minim say even though say
so on declare
I can also me hu no cre ne de ba kun mate say sisia no omudi soldiers for bi eko
Nana, me that say we are starting another angle of the whole convo. I mean, call Amale Bawana Mitio no so talks on the same matters. Yeah.
Bibi.
Yeah, na Amale Ba.
Opening Cadman Mills. You will be a man.
I just
someone a jubio. Or you penny.
Yeah.
I thought that. See,
what kind of tweet in you
I say a politics in the year. My name can send be. Mo being kuina no on the same manner. Na enkoba se be enkwala ye near try ye nintonwa.
Okay.
Ye chimping for aboso. Do you get it? Fatakra. Esan say Papa ni afin wa bagana ha. No one took him over the last 8 years. Mantenenka and the woman Pine Kufuado.
Oh.
I barely heard him about these issues that we raised.
In fact,
in any case,
what he has just said is not something he said on radio or on TV. He wrote it on his X space. Or say, Sasem we are someone called Faka say 8 years in no ID. Or so go and scroll through his timeline. Then when someone Troye, if I could for the efforts on Galamsey.
But
in fact,
you can actually check it out.
You see, when you describe BBC NDC's failures, how do you measure
failure?
4 months, now 8 months performance of a government over 4 years. How do you measure it?
With respect to a particular matter.
How do you measure
Not the
it?
entire governance.
And even with that, I disagree.
Galamsey.
And I'll prove to you why I disagree.
Okay.
You see, this is an issue I believe like a time or while. We can go into the nitty-gritties of it.
Sure.
Because you don't just come out, make an allegation, and want us to take one allegation, hook, line, and sinker, as if nothing is happening, which is not true. In fact, the water turbidity level, is it nephelometric turbidity unit or something like that? So we'll compare, that's April or March 2025 against July 2025. There is improvement as compared to 2024 data of the same period. Do you get it? But Mr. Cadman Mills, Dr. Cadman Mills, or access to the president 24/7. Yes, access to the president.
Problem is
so Bibi Ehano na want here. He can reach out to Omampini directly. Omampini will respond to him. I think it's a nebeboa. Now, only pound in what Jimmy Pa a Yamraka Sabwaji. What here can you say once? One no ma kwanse yin ra kwa munku to go. Nyemwa. One no ma kwanse yin tu nsuo, yin tu gold e wo nsuo nyemwa. Enyemo. Mufisa munku na mutikro ma on. Yenemo na etia. Towards the elections last year, where 19 September 2024, when the call to declare state of emergency was read because it became so paramount. Esan say, o mampeni anu otie konwa so no, obulo so nua. Mampam osina so. Yesu mampeni fight Galamsey, was me fight Galamsey dia. Democracy Hub, fix the country as you go and fix your mother. Once someone mo kanono. Among 40 in Montezo, mo dia soja for na pose for Koshibi, mo chibi so etu efiase simply because they were protesting for a new man there. Mo position ti, sabio, mo dwene abafie. Mama hu say nsuo ne sai, so mo koye hold them out, mo koye hold press conference. Miracle Sabwaje, tieno. I will demonstrate against government if it bans small-scale mining. There is Miracle Sabwaje. Now, what kind publication? Now, where join news publication? Who really publication further? Or say, oh, want to mean for isolated issue. Send Krofoka Krebi a 2 gold waha SS as inti young banning small-scale mining, you know, and then what has changed? And now opposition are certain mamu.
But Miracles has said he has never been for disbandment of Galamsey or small-scale mining. Or say even when Akufo-Addo did, or not were against it. But because of the kind of politics are more
who politics.
And na or
but if you want to do it, do it decently.
Okay.
Rationally. And of course, excuse me to use my French, sensibly. So that all end up insulting the wisdom of the Ghanaian public. And sure say and sound one more time, no more time. Some video now.
But I say no cray.
I no cray.
Rivers started being polluted under Professor Mills.
Which some of them
are. Anas did a joint investigative piece with Al Jazeera.
As at that
Professor
time.
Mills went to a Galamsey site and Okan said, Adia mabe hui. Should say we are sitting on a time bomb. That documentary Anas did. The first, in fact, the intro was say, now the Galamseyers are on the rivers themselves.
Very well.
That means
it started from somewhere.
Yes.
They were given 8 years power.
Happy FM 98.9.
I agree.
You also had 8 years before they did these 8 years. So if it's about political responsibility, the NDC had 8 years as well before the MPP's 8 years.
Exactly so. Fine. Fine. What would then? Let's even assume that.
Answer yours first.
Let's even assume that it was part of the reason Ghanaians voted against NDC in 2016.
Like they did in 2024.
Let's even assume that. Let's even assume that. Because so far as I know, River Ofin at the Adansi Gromisa Kamo Kromechi, which shares a boundary between Central Region and the Central Region. The villages where I was born, I want your woman, me Minimum area hopper 18 in a honorable Feneda. By the time we are not NDC ever hand over 2017, now offend any polluted. No offend any polluted. Obedum pitch there, over cross river pra. No what tears no be Pia Tasi. Now we see Obuasi Accra Highway. River pra na polluted because them am Sakwano so. And I can mention other rivers. Over the last 8 years, I'm tell you river na the rivers began to cry for mercy under Mauritania. Oman Peninga da Bahama, then, somewhere 2014-15 more, or the helicopter echo Chebi areas, and he noted the devastation to the Chebi main river, River Brim, and many other rivers and war that area or any the environment. Oman Peniba no say no. Adi Yenyahu Bibi. And yes, sir, baby, I'm a Chebi area on the Galamsey headquarters. Assassin said, and some for to one see Mahama should Soprano.
And yes, some for a handful.
As some for Captain Smart was one of them.
A handful. And now a John Mahama was so on the patch.
Fine. And the course is saying, I could for the buy and no hobby. Or feature be ho. One a catch for some patch. That same period, Okotra Obuasi, Mampina Kufado, January 2016, 16th January to be precise. Okotra Obuasi Kase, Mahama needs the force of Babiche Galamsimo, Onchamundo Onchanochina. And you not Bemu a swap from them any Bemu penny for first half house now, Masawudu, not Okawasamno. They turn first half house into a supervisory unit of Galamsey under Kufado government.
In the next 3 minutes, you're up.
You get it? You people are here crying foul. And never call demonstration. Demonstration at T and Dollar Munam get with HAV. Someone for your number demonstration.
Or evidence way.
Say they had to know. A dear Sida.
Now they know Tibiana can't be dream.
And Bibi, now
Tibiana can't be
a 7 in Timinga. One more call, but I say, I just buy elections. One more call Chewi in 2026.
Sana for Nekai.
Bibi, you videos and pictures about Bonte.
Videos so be Chewi. And the police answer.
That was the boy some Beka. Nipawaji no Babeka. Nipawaji no Babeka. And then what was this Sankola Suko Noma at Tampanta Somo from the dealing with demonstration? Go party we agu. I am one. Say MPP, see, come on, you could have easily sent a petition without organizing a demonstration.
Then you come out for better no who said the petition.
Oh, you said a mobile press conference on party office.
And I'm demonstrations are in this muye no position be near. I don't know quietly.
But see, the ene omo ya daji a demonstration they are complaining. Say, you come out for Kaseɛbɔ show mo na mo ka culture of silence one sem. You will come ha. And parent teachers associations. Any headmasters in various secondary schools. Mo bra musun o kasani transfer. Simply because I bind the policy about social rights and quality and bra, and people were complaining. This was the kind of treatment you gave to Ghanaians. You think you have forgotten? No, but now you so kasa. As he said, ne. Or kasa.
Rice Ben will be the only thing.
Or see a kind of Kaseɛbɔ.
Rice Ben will be the only
social rights.
Or kasa. Amale
Bapa. You dey promote this so. To be kasa. Oh, it is over kasa. Bibi, na person musa o.
Eya menye sa.
Eni sini be na wi akoko okrom ha.
Eya menye sa.
Ipacho bi weba. Eni sini be na wi akoko okrom ha. Na MPP ni so wi akoko. Na akoko za akrofo. Ni eche ba ku ni eja ba ku because of the party currency. Da be yi. Da be the BSc.
Na
da be the BSc. But you can say afoyo mark na kobu police ni.
Afoyo mark police ni na me ba police ni no obo no.
Yes. Oh,
ontimi take action.
In fact, The last
Ghana
time,
Police Service.
yes, and we are watching the police. We are watching them.
You are watching.
We are watching them. Am I a law enforcement officer? No. Officer, you are assaulting. No, say good. In fact, CID actual letter.
Say truly assaulting an officer.
Baby, video no.
It is the officer's right
to
press charges or take it.
The CID wrote a letter.
Video no.
Yes.
When I'm more power.
Yes.
Munye bibi.
Fine. They were in police here. I feel marking abona soon. I was also a policeman in uniform. What do we have to do beyond say police opposed for them Kaseɛbɔ from your marking? Have they done that? We are watching them. Oh, we are watching. And it's about police for me.
Okay.
You can disagree with Omojuma how they do it. Maybe tell me I'm a problem with the police. Yes, everybody have the problem with the police. So they see a thing to me. Very unfortunately, school open. And I can tell you that they are very calm and decent people.
Mate.
And all these are Koswa. Yen cannot cry. Look, I did because we end this time and that's what Koswa and and the LPP time so let's be moral enough and speak the truth where we're supposed to. And equally admit where we got it wrong. That's the only we can make Ghana a better place.
Amaleba is his name. So crossover to Citizen Atodas in Amintino on these matters. Citizen, Ghana to you. Our mics in your off in how?
I think the opinion card mad.
So time we trim. We be Marcasa. Citizen Brini. Citizen Casa.
Opinion card mad mills. It's unfortunate the NDC should have a problem with him. Okay, I think I understand the fact that sometimes he will party the opposition would use what you have said against you. I understand that. But you see, when you unfortunately have a very weak opposition, the biggest opposition party,
98.9.
now say
why you confusing him?
BB Dama.
2024 no start so Kasa
Citizen Kasa.
Mama, it will be important to have somebody within him to also criticize his own. And I think the phrase of what he said that loyalty on my loyalty in blindfolding against the good of Ghana.
Yeah.
My loyalty.
Let me try and get the exact quote for you.
Exactly. I would appreciate it because I think that it's profound.
Or say loyalty does not mean silence on NDC's followers.
Exactly. And I think I will have to even broaden it that loyalty does not mean silence on my political party's followers. My party loyalty should not blindfold anybody. Because I'm loyal to you, most of the times, even within friends, because someone is loyal to you, because me feel there me powasem or me pedo be there me powasem. It is the man I'm
yeah.
You understand? So I think that the party should not hit hard on him. Rather, call him on board. What do you think we can really do? This is what we are doing. We are not probably getting the needed results. What can we do? It is too short to say that you are really assessing the NDC's performance on Galamsey. It's short. But at least within the short time, there are actions that they could have also taken that we think that they are backtracking on and they're not taking it. So for me, I don't think anybody should hit hard on him on what he has said.
That is what it ought to be.
Yes, encourage the people should be on the side of Ghana first. And for me, people who are like that, I'll always go for them. And I mean, I have always been attacked by different people based on when it suits them. But I don't care. At the end of the day, if the result will be in the interest of Ghana, I will always go that. I will always go that line. But this Galamsey issue, Bibi, I think broadly, and a discussion now in terms of partisanship, only a chance say on the we should take away the politics of some of these things. In your opportunity, you just that's exactly what you did. It has gotten to a point we need to understand that them galamsey are the kind of money in it, and how people feel like galamsey gold and other your blood. They will allow you to just take it out of them just like that. So it's a big conversation that we need to have. Even plastics, you can't deal with it. Yeah. You are going to talk about gold. You understand? Even plastics, you can't ban people because they are employing. You can imagine the mining industry. How many people it's employing? Skilled and unskilled labor. You understand? And the supply chain. Yeah. People who are involved in it. It's a big deal. It's not easy. Opposition would always want to make it that it is easy to fight and all those things. Yeah, it's not easy. If it's easy, can this within 2 days, 3 days, we deal with it. No, it's not easy. Especially when you now see that some of your own people who were even supporting you and speaking against it now, and in politics now, NDC, one man where campaigns in NDC, if now what's the challenge? This is my percentage. It is a big deal that we need to look at it. And the only way we can look at it is you and I being committed to say that we won't make it partisan. Let the people who are involved come on board and tell them that, Master, we are nobody stopping you from mining. Yeah. But mine responsibly. Because it's younger than Jay. But mine responsibly. And I don't know why they keep bringing Dennis Abuaje there as some kind of ban. Banning small scale mining is not the same as Galamsey. Yeah. And Miracles Abuaje does not have any offending. He's not the one to be.
Position yes. Stop Galamsey.
You understand? I don't feel they already raise issues on it. As to the moral, whether he has the moral right to do that or to not, because now Ben Wadun, if he knew it was wrong and he was doing it, did it when MPP was in power. I won't have a problem because now Ben was power. No, he worked. He stuck up against Galamsey. You understand? Democracy Hub. They've shown that they are being consistent. Yeah. But one thing that has changed, which my MPP for what demonstration and are dead on arrival, is that Democracy Hub, our core anti-Galamsey demonstration, during their time, we really saw what was culture of silence. Yeah. You arrested these demonstrators and kept them in cells
2 weeks.
For 2 solid weeks.
Moving them up and down.
For what? Denying them bail. You deny them bail. And today, you people can go on demonstration. And the way that you are even allowed to demonstrate, while police one call summons, one stop them. No police you've gone to all the places you people declared as security zones.
Nobody arrested.
Should tell you that there is no culture of silence. You see, when we are in opposition, sometimes we want to align and work together. But for me, as an opposition party, a party that is not in government, I don't see how I can work with the NPP on this agenda that is culture of silence. Really, if I don't know why I stop him to say what I have to say. What is the culture of silence in here? But I was threatened. I was threatened. In fact, I was on set with Amalaba once.
MPP time.
And MPP in the studio said the day, COVID time, because they were allowed Lenka Okunkum Ghana Fina. Amalaba, if you remember. Aqua. At that time. I referred to him. After that incident, I was threatened. So, if we want to talk about culture of silence, and somebody like Salam Mustafa, the youth organizer, who when Democracy Hub was doing their he went there to attack them, and he is leading it.
He went there to attack them.
How did they attack them?
So bizarre.
We every
maybe so attacking them there.
But all these things are on video. We still have record. We still have record of them.
What was that?
Come on, but in I'm them there, you.
Also attacking democracy have come in.
98.9. Verbally.
Okay.
He even went there and said that he's organizing his boys to come. And if these people want to destroy the free peace, then when you as one came
that's not true.
NC. Omo say NC ana.
Me see asama okano ono chan.
Okay.
Omo say omo say video bi buy a omo say MPP paraphernalias ye fenisen ye way posters in the account. Ya catch say so mo njaya ye say ba organize nkofo no mo kon say ye sticker ye posters
mo organize mo nkofo no why then.
Na mo say ye posters
na police for now why then.
Na police for now one then mo
organize.
So I'm telling you say
organize mo nkofo no why then.
Salam Mustafa one organize nkofo ni say mo
no so citizen one no see na organize mo nkofo na nka mo kwa then.
Citizen one no see.
Mo say
be then simple question nka mo be then.
Say you go protect here there.
You see, he sat here when Amaliba was talking and he Amaliba kade ibisa ne there afenyo marking about police in na what are they doing, you know? Now Amaliba saying they are not the law enforcing agency. He sat here and was laughing. He was wondering why Amaliba was saying that he was not a law enforcement. You had police there.
And the police didn't do anything. It is my property. I have to protect it.
Okay. Martin, but that is what I'm telling you. During more time, these were the things that happened. Mm-hmm. I'm happy that you have accepted that. So you agree that they went there. They went there when people were demonstrating. You understand? So if this is the pusher, we saw people arrested. Now call you with a nursing mother. Was arrested from Kasua straight to Cantonment Police Station. Under your watch.
For doing what?
Under your Ibisa.
No, you can't just be making blank statement like that.
Oh, no. You made a lot of blank statements. I allowed you to speak.
Come on.
What is come on?
Come on, be a gentleman.
So
you have to street proof. You can't just make statement like that and
what statement have I just made?
Nipa no Kaseɛbɔ mu no na enye no kure.
Na ko ye chi ni say why den. What would account?
Na say ma kan ko fa ka dey watch chi won e kan da why. Oh. It's a high conference watch chi won kan da why. You see how
you no second round be any homa o.
Oh.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Na be the bank come time nso e. Wo kasa no bi be mu e be ode enyo de. Citizen wrap up for me.
So you see, it shows. I mean, this action just shows the hypocrisy in it. Sometimes when you are in it, then go for a car. This is the posture that you. But it's not no. Sometimes it's not like the way it is. I think that nobody would want a culture of silence
at all.
And I don't see how we are even getting anywhere close to culture of silence. In fact, if we want to be fair and judge the way things are going. Bibi, I would rather say that we seem to be becoming too tolerant for certain things. And it can even be dangerous. We've seen today, opposite staff house, on your security zone. Yoko, are close to on your security zone. In my parliamentarian say, what's no form? Or what's in all 3 days? So if all these things are happening today in Ghana, demonstrators can go and demonstrate and feel free 2 days vigil, whatever everybody can or more there is culture of silence. Yeah. Under you, then I don't know what we can describe it.
Culture of silence as me debi na meka masem.
We can't be. Hey, you have a story to tell. You have a story to tell.
I have a story to tell.
Yeah, I agree. I know that.
Okay, ama. Pomie.
Yo.
Oh no, Pom.
O say okase we nti.
Oh, me the person me can say. Yen wa ube kasi enemring de ekoso no. Eye de na esewara.
Okay.
Na che say nyatrum ye kan nyatrumfo na oso ye be kan waka mu bi because say wotia no you see the minimum say what is good for the goose
is good for the gander
better nti say obi etimi threaten sitting member of parliament, in fact, minority leader, for that matter, any other senior colleagues in the party, na nipa ni yentimi amfrɛ no na obi etimi bet na abronye ekɔgyina ni TV program no so online program po no kasi okay enema we akoso enso ya anye ho hwe na ɔse okay ɔno so didi wo atem o didi wo as a personality enye sɛ wo office mpo na eno na ɛyɛ civil matter mpo no yetimi treating nipa no to say de ɔyɛ hardened criminal na nipa no o issue threat mpo ɛyɛ second degree felony mpo krampo nipa ne na mo no ma na o ka say oh there's nothing wrong with that there na che say nyatwom no wo yɛ nyatwom ye hwɛ say obi etimi ye friend say
your friend na na kuya mo abɔten na time aso
video na last me send no say one play ono so threatening openly ono so say nipa no so na mo no and also edu baby na yesi ya first vice and police for any issue statement say o match first vice no enso na ye mfa ne picture mpom beto o babronye de echi na e de ne picture beto on mo na eno no sa selective justice no so wo si were mu nyina no na wo ka se o ye fine there send the next wara again ye ka se culture of silence na ye ka no na mo pesa mo beti ase no ye time no obi hwe Twene Jonas ni ye friend say sa akwa na Kevin Taylor nsembe no wan kan fa nanado nsembe no wan kan fa ye government no eso obi a ide na ye no even pokompo Sami Jemfi
se den na mo ye no
de na ye no ye ni bibi ene mo se mo the IP address okay se si ano omo ko Twene Jonas se si ono so no na maybe he was doing their bidding so ono ankasa na so ono na the NDC for buy se wasan twa no ho a okun omo se ono so threat omo kono mo koche no ne ehwe.
You see, he wanted to mention my boss Sami Jemfi's name. A bit take NPP the next 2,000 years if they can get someone to mark the
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
We go to a time where NPP will no more three major problems in Ghana. Problem number one, President Mahama himself. Number two was the Green Book. Number three was my boss Sami Jemfi.
Miracles.
Because of my boss Sami Jemfi. We mo change communication directors by 5.
Oh, why in fact?
Aduma kuba if by Okoy.
Oh.
Onko fa Adenta
ya
Abuabian Samoa obewo na banche. Onko train na come by Antentam.
Oh.
Afi omo aka no e reach ahia gbalom so okay odi enya hwe odi tena ha saa ene monne. So when they cannot match your intellectual prowess, they brand you arrogant.
They probably till Momo party monomoto abayu communication.
Yes.
Inti se obi ani nje Sami Jemfi adwuma ho kro wontimi ni.
But say ya gasa Sami adwuma so ye.
Nana kumia na kasampo.
We are talking about the comparison against Mo. But see. Let it be on record. Kevin Taylor is still an NPP member.
Oh.
Otiadu Sumamo.
Waifa.
Otiadu Sumamo.
My evidence.
George Padmore School, Obuasi Center, Obuasi East.
My evidence.
Ahoy Obuasi East. Kevin Taylor remains an NPP member. Twene Jonas are working. We did not commission them. In fact, they were speaking from outside. What about Akwebi in front of Hine David and Nimko call say Opuko Yemu? Mr. Sebi.
What would penny any description I can hear?
Say the baby who Mati. Also to Germany. At the neighbor only my President Mahama. We don't care. But see, MPP won't say.
No way.
Me, maybe you cry. No me ya mo do me yano and abamoso. And then, Omampini Mahama could do New York. Oh, Osebo Modisiano.
And your party for nation.
But they say a Ghanaian community. A Ghanaian community.
Special.
But same time, somewhere.
How come
Omampini Mahama kwa. No more koboche nkuna mudina tem. You see, we have reclaimed our glory as a country. The beacon of democracy is here. People are talking. Yeah, for the next 8 years and beyond, we will provide a enabling environment for you to demonstrate and work with empty bottles.
Citizen Pomi,
I think I have two advice for the NDC and the MPP.
Okay.
The advice to the NDC is that they should never use the MPP as their yardstick,
okay,
as their measure to say that they are doing better.
No, never.
Because the kind of system our know, if we're happy with,
hey, what's up with the camera, please?
We wouldn't have voted for the NDC and for the MPP. When you're better, because me you can na say ye dema ye yatwum ye de ya na ye yatwum. Then the best yatwum, because you sat there and watched some of these things going on and you never found your voices. Some of us, we can always speak because I can still show you a video of what I talked about as okay. Yeah.
Citizen Atodadzi, Medase. One day we'll tell our story about culture of silence. It won't be a bro. Abre. Yamina ehu ye mobo ntia. Bidine Bismark Brown obetimi afre me bibi. Meda me team na se na mada we bia nso tie enso ase. Nyame adom ochna. Ye besen hia na ye de EpaHoaDaben sumo no.